Hello everybody and welcome in for the first game of the Black Bears playoff quest for the Commissioner's Cup. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti with you tonight live on the Black Bears YouTube channel. It is the Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals, game one between the Watertown Wolves and your Binghamton Black Bears. This game taking place tonight up at the Watertown Municipal Arena, where we will have the action live courtesy of our friends Jeff Barrett and Steve Weed up in the North Country. The Black Bears tonight will be wearing their black home jerseys, as the Wolves are still wearing their specialty baseball season uniforms. White jersey base with pinstripes going down the sides and navy numbers. So it'll look like a Black Bears home game for a little bit, but this game is taking place on the road. Game two will take place tomorrow night inside the confines of Vision Veterans Memorial Arena at 7 p.m. And if necessary, game three will also be in Binghamton on Sunday with a special 6 p.m. puck drop. As I welcome in Cole Parenti. Cole, second straight season that the Black Bears are taking on the Wolves in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, a bit of deja vu there, Brooks. It feels like just yesterday we were up in the Watertown Municipal Arena watching game one. Here we are again after another long-fought season, and the Black Bears make another trip up to the North Country, the North versus the South in this case. And the Black Bears, they're the favorites in this one. They're the one seed. However, we know that they've had some troubles in the Watertown Municipal Arena. So I'll be looking to see them set the tone early, get out there quick, and really try to get that lines buzzing and get everyone going.
We're watching the game live on the big screen here back in the Black Bears office tonight. The Zamboni's making its passes around the rink right now. You're listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. That was Cole Parenti, and when we come back, we'll dissect the season series between the Black Bears and the Wolves, coming right up after these messages.
Fans, some exciting news. The next Black Bears home game will be round one of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. And to celebrate the occasion, the Black Bears are offering $5 select 16-ounce beers on the concourse while supplies last. Grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com, and we can't wait to see you for the playoffs.
Should I get a COVID vaccine? I have concerns.
Are there still health risks associated with COVID if I don't get a vaccine?
Does getting the vaccine protect others around me?
The answer is yes. Getting the COVID vaccine protects you from serious illness and those around you that you may expose, especially those with certain health issues. Ask your healthcare professional about your concerns and the easiest way for you to get a vaccine. Remember, it's not just COVID.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Welcome back in, everybody. Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti here on the call tonight. Black Bears taking on the Wolves for game one of the Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals. These teams met 13 times during the regular season. The Black Bears able to win 10 of those games. However, 3 games that Watertown was able to win this year come up at the Watertown Municipal Arena. And Cole, looking back on the season stats, only 10 regulation losses for the Black Bears this year. 3 of them did come in Watertown.
Yeah, and you know, they had those 2 games back-to-back that they dropped in regulation. And I'm sure Binghamton has that in the back of their mind, but they also know that they're a strong team. You don't just get to number 1 in the Empire by being an okay team. They know how strong they are. They know what is expected from them, and they know that their lineup's going to go out there and give them 100% every day. They have everyone available to them, and Coach Sherwood plugged in what he wanted to plug in, and it looks pretty strong to me. So I expect the Black Bears to come out, like I said earlier, buzzing and jumping and trying to get to the Wolves early. Physicality is going to be a huge part of this game, in my opinion.
Absolutely. We talked about it throughout the week. Down at ice level, a lot of the news stations coming out and getting interviews after practices throughout the week. I know I got to talk with Bob Howard on the Power Play post show about ways that Watertown was maybe going to try to stir the pot, try to get the Black Bears off their game, everything that which you just mentioned of. So we don't need to really repeat that too much. But what we can talk about is some of the lineup changes. It's been a while since the Black Bears have assembled this lineup here together. And we'll start with the injuries and scratches brought to you by our friends over the Court Jester Athletic Club, Binghamton's premier fitness facility. Healthy extras tonight, a good thing. All these players, healthy extras, not out with injuries for any reason. Brody Thornton, Justin Somero, Liam Anderson, JT Walters, who is going to be behind the bench tonight for the Black Bears, along with Coach Sherwood, really helping the defense stay in their rotations, and probably going to be doing a lot of the talking on the back end of the bench where Dylan Konechny hangs out. Andrew Toro, the final scratch of the night. So 5 extras who you never know when your number is going to be called, but are available when need be for Binghamton. Up front, Lions are looking like a true playoff roster. A lot of firepower coming up from the forwards. We'll start on the first line here tonight. Tyson Kirkby back in the middle with Austin Thompson and Don Oliveri on his wings. Kyle Steffen, who has continued his late surge after only playing 16 games in the regular season for the Black Bears, in the middle on that second line with Gavin Yates and Connor Smith. Josh Fletcher, the third line center with Blake Tosto and Cam Clark. Both Clark and Tosto have had a lot of success against the Wolves particularly, and that's going to be really big for the third line here tonight. The 10th forward is Andrew Logar, tied for the team league in power play goals with 10, along with Bond and Kirkby in that category. First defensive pairing, no surprise here, Dan Stone, Dakota Bond, the Adrian College Bulldogs, who have played the entire year together. Second line pairing, Colin Fitzgerald and Jesse Anderson. The 2 lefties in that middle pairing, and the third pairing, Dan Weber and Matu Boylar. And tonight's starting goaltender for the Binghamton Black Bears, Connor McAnanama. We'll highlight him a little bit later on in the pregame show in the Thompson & Johnson Equipment Company goaltending matchup. But Cole, right off the bat, not really a weakness you can find in that Black Bears lineup. I know some players have less points, but those players who don't have as many points as per se like a Thompson or a Kirkby have nowhere near to as many games.
Yeah, Brooks, I was going to point it out as soon as you were reading them off. I love these lines. These might be my favorite lines that Coach Sherwood has put out all season, because every single one of these pairs has the firepower to be a number 1 line in this league. That's on the front end. On the back end, he goes with the defensive pairings that I love to see. He's got his flex kind of defenseman, 1 offensive defenseman, 1 defensive-minded defenseman. That's Dakota Bond and Dan Stone. Then he's got his defensive-minded defenseman. That's Dan Weber and Mathieu Boilard. And then he's got the offensive-minded defenseman of Jesse Anderson and Colin Fitzgerald. So he can play it however he wants. Does he want some more defense? He'll give a few extra lines to Weber and Boilard. Does he want to jump the offense? We'll go a few extra shifts for Anderson and Fitzgerald. And I'm sure Bond and Stone will get a majority of those shifts, however, when they get called.
So before we go to another timeout, we're going to talk about our Tully's Coaches Corner here for tonight with the Black Bears already up in the North Country. Was able to steal a little cheat sheet from head coach Brant Sherwood, and talking about scouting the Watertown Wolves, had a couple of bullet points and things that fans maybe should look out for. The way that Watertown's going to try to play tonight is a little bit of a run and gun style. They don't have as much offensive zone time as the Black Bears do in the season series, and they've had their success up in the municipal arena, transitioning quickly through a smaller playing surface than what the Black Bears are used to playing here at home. It's just the way it is. It's part of the home ice advantage that Watertown has here in Game 1. Games 2 and 3 will be at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Black Bears know the ins and the outs, the nooks and the crannies between the boards, the glasses, the playing surfaces, all of that in a bag of chips. So things to look out for there tonight. They're really aggressive on the PK with a 1-3 kind of set. So Watertown going to be flying around, pressuring the puck, daring the Black Bears to make that cross-ice pass, trying to connect. Binghamton's had success on the power play all year long. They lead the FPHL going into the playoffs with 80 power play goals, almost operating at 30%. They're at 29, and that is about a point ahead of Motor City, who finished the year in second place. We're going to take a timeout here on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. We'll come back, update you on the other games going on tonight in the FPHL before we get ready for the Dragon Billiards instruction first period. So don't go anywhere, folks. More coming up right after this.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Triple City's Family Dental pregame show. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here on the call for you tonight for the Black Bears' first game of the 2024 Commissioners Cup playoffs. One thing before we get started, while we have the opportunity, there is one game already going on tonight that started at 7 o'clock in game one as well. And Cole, why don't you go ahead and take this opportunity and run us through the out-of-town scoreboard? I know there's one game going on, but who else is playing tonight besides the Black Bears and the Wolves?
Well, the 2 and 3 matchup in the Continental Division, that is started already. That's Port Huron taking on the Thunderbirds. And the underdog, if you will, the Port Huron Prowlers jumped out to the early 1-0 lead. However, the Thunderbirds now on a power play, so that's something to watch. Starting around the same time we are at 7:30, the 2 and the 3 from the Empire. That's going to be Danbury and Motor City. Down at the Ice Arena, Danbury was the 3 seed, Motor City the 2 seed. That's going to be an interesting one to watch because obviously that has repercussions for whoever wins this series. And then finally, up in Columbus, or down in Columbus, if I knew my geography, the Mississippi Seawolves, who are down a game, take on the Columbus River Dragons, who look to close out the series tonight in front of their home fans. They're going to get underway at 7:35. So 5 minutes after us, but not too much, as that could be our first series ended this playoffs.
Yeah, Mississippi fell at home 7-2 the other night on Wednesday against Columbus. If you see me looking off camera, it's because we're watching the television screen that is located at the top of the office. If you're familiar with the structure of the Black Bears third floor executive offices, so we got the game put up on the big screen, making sure that we don't miss a second of it. And everything should be synchronized up to where we're not ahead or behind, whether from the computer to the big screen. So we are going to be giving you the play-by-play and the color as best as we can, identifying the players as we see them onto the ice. A lot of the guys for the Black Bears playing together for a majority of the season. We know who tends to play with who based on the centerman or the defensive pairing. Excited to see how the Black Bears power play unit rolls out. Remember last year in the Commissioners Cup playoffs, Danbury was atrocious in the regular season. They were last in the league in power play, but then in the playoffs they became the #1 special teams squad in the entire thing, and that's probably why they ended up winning the Commissioners Cup title.
Yeah, it's almost as if they were hiding their true form from us the entire season, and were able to turn it on as the season went on and into the playoffs. And like you said, that's a key part to the playoffs is special teams. You need to kill penalties when they come up. You got to avoid taking them in the first place. And when you get the luck, or I should say when you get the repercussions of another team taking a penalty, you need to capitalize. You have to make sure that you make teams pay for going to the box.
All right, well, the officials have taken a lap around the ice as they make their way out of the tunnel, meaning we are getting closer and closer to puck drop, people. Want to thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental always makes your smile their priority. You can call them to schedule an appointment at 607-545-4148 today. Big thanks to Triple Cities Family Dental sponsoring Black Bears hockey all season long. And when we come back, we'll have the Dragon Billiards instruction first period. Don't go anywhere, folks. Black Bears hockey is just around the corner.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Jersey, bring us the hitties! Yeah! All right, I got the hitties. Tatsumi's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on that.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in for another edition of Black Bears Hockey here on YouTube. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here on the call tonight as we get you ready for puck drop here in the Dragon Billiards Instruction first period. Watertown and Binghamton facing off for the second consecutive year in the playoffs, and both times they've met in the first round. This is a best-of-3 series, meaning whichever team wins 2 games first is going to move on to the Commissioner's Cup semifinals and the Empire Division Finals. Motor City and Danbury are getting ready to drop the puck right now as well. The winner of this series will take on the winner of that series, too. So, Game 1 starts up in the North Country on the road for Binghamton, and then Games 2 and 3, if necessary, will be back here at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. We just wrapped up a record-breaking Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Big thank you to everybody hanging out with us in the chat here tonight. We're going to be doing the call back from the Black Bears front office, but we got all the lights, the cameras, all the stats, buttons, dials, everything you could wish for and more. And we are getting ready for a puck drop here. Dragon Billiards Instruction, proud sponsors of the first period all season long. If you're interested in learning, shop, or playing, or you need your pool equipment repaired, check them out, Dragon Billiards over in Vestal, or visit them online anytime at DragonBilliardsInstruction.com. They've been the proud sponsor of the first period all season long. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by our good friends over at ANC Heating and Cooling. Tyson Kirkby, Austin Thompson, and Don Oliveri up front. And on the blue line, Dakota Bond and Dan Stone for the Black Bears, and Connor McAnanama will make his playoff debut in between the pipes here tonight.
A lot of playoff debuts for the Black Bears, Brooks. A lot of rookies in the lineup. There's some guys with experience, like the top line all played last year, Don Oliveri, Tyson Kirkby, Austin Thompson, but the back end, this is their first FPHL broadcast. That's us, playoff game. However, we know they have experience in playoffs. They won a championship title with the Adrian College Bulldogs, so they are ready for this. Connor McAnanama, his first game in the playoffs. It's always tough for goalies to get their footing. It's a different type of game, but I'm sure he will be quick to it. And Tyson Kirkby's the one to watch for me because we all know what Tyson Kirkby's done in the playoffs. Ever since he came to Binghamton and he had that big overtime winner against Danbury, he's been a playoff hero, and I'm sure he will do nothing but delight tonight.
So we will have to see if this one starts like the way it did last year. Remember, both of these teams met in last year's first round. Watertown scored 40 seconds in. It was former Black Bear Everett Thompson who got Watertown's first goal of the game, and it would be their only goal of the year as well. So let's get to the Thompson and Johnson Equipment Company goaltending matchup very quickly here. Connor McAnanama for Binghamton, 19-3-4 on the year, 239 goals against average and a save percentage of .919. Spencer Kozlowski for Watertown, 7-16-3, 425 goals against average and an .897 save percentage. This is the third team that Kozlowski has appeared on this season. One game with the Blue Ridge Bobcats, but he only backed up in that contest, and then 12 games with Elmira earlier this year to start the season. So it looks like Kozlowski has found a home here up in the North Country as the Black Bears and Wolves getting set to start here in the Dragon Billiards instruction first period.
Yeah, and Spencer Kozlowski has been sensational for the Wolves. He's powered them, in my opinion, to this playoff appearance. It was looking very much in doubt for them. Elmira had a huge lead on that last playoff spot with games to go, and Spencer Kozlowski powered them back through it to get them to this spot, and he was sensational when it came playoff time, well, playoff clinching time, and like I've said a million times, he is the reason they are here, so they will be focused and looking for him to be their backbone, Brooks.
So, looks like we are getting ready to get started here. Don Oliveri back in the lineup after taking some time off on the 15-day IR. You can already see the pushing and shoving on the left wing side of the screen, starting this one off early. Watertown with the opening draw, and Schmidt gets across the blue line and hammers one right off of the leg of Dan Stone. It deflects into the netting and out of play, and right from the get-go, Watertown trying to be the aggressors in the physicality side of the game.
Yeah, they were just trying to bait anyone into just getting them off their game. Austin Thompson seemed to be the recipient of that the first time. Gives a little. Austin's not going to back down. Gives a little shove back, but nothing comes of it just yet. We'll have to keep up looking at that.
So through the neutral zone, Austin Thompson now with control of the puck. He chips it off the wall, and it ends up behind the net of Kozlowski. Grasby will reverse it around for the tough guy and Justin Schmidt. Spin around shot well wide of the net coming from Thompson. Kirkby skate to stick, throws it back over to Thompson, trying to corral that loose puck, and a good poke check by the active stick of Kozlowski puts it into the corner. Bond will try to find his defensive partner pinching in Stone. Instead, it leads to a Watertown takeaway, but this is knocked down the length of the ice for an infraction. This is coming back with 44 seconds gone here in the first period. Looks like a good crowd on hand at the Watertown Municipal Arena, and from my vantage point, I can still see a lot of black and green around the crowd here too.
Oh, yeah, well, you know the passion that the Triple B's fan base have. If this game is even anywhere close within 2 or 3 hours to go watch a playoff game, they're going to go, and it helps the Black Bears certainly, and they much love to see their fans in the arenas, even the away ones.
You're getting a good look at Trevor Lord and Kyle Steffen doing battle in the face-off dot. Lord breaks his stick right off the draw, and he's going to have to go over to the bench to get a new twig, and that one snapped right in half. See a lot of that with centermen when they get low, that bottom hand right down to the ice, and sometimes if you don't make contact with the puck and you go straight to the playing surface, it's just going to snap right in half. Fitzgerald waits up at the line, trying to thread it across to Steffen. And Stefan in the corner trying to play it behind the net for the far winger. That's Connor Smith, takes a nudge from Mercurio. And now the Black Bears, Gavin Yates starting and stopping, has Anderson behind him. Yates will put it into the corner, and Smith could not corral it, and Watertown able to break this puck out from their own end. They go another stretch pass, doesn't hit any stick on the way through, and that's Watertown's second icing in the first 90 seconds of this one.
Yeah, the stretch pass is not really the recipe to success against Binghamton. We've seen Danbury try that. Watertown's tried it. Elmira's tried it. Doesn't really lead to goals against this strong back-ended team with the Black Bears because they are more than capable of stopping you on the rush.
Now the third line getting their first look. It's been 90 seconds, and each line has appeared so far. A wrist shot off the draw gets deflected off a Watertown stick and out of play. Watertown will take that opportunity to change coming off of the icing. Third line tonight, Josh Fletcher in the middle, Cam Clark, and Blake Tosto. So 3 rookies on that third line for the Black Bears. But the name of the game this season has been the excellent play of the young guys and the rookies who have been put into the lineup this year.
Yeah, and Blake Tosto has had a nice time against these Watertown Wolves. His first game came against them. He had quite a few opportunities. Next 2, he made sure to make them count with 3 in that weekend, and I'm sure that's a big reason to why he's here and why Coach Scher would trust him in a playoff game, even with the little bit of game experience he has with this club.
So now Fitzgerald waiting from behind his own net will pull the puck in front. Gets it over to Atasto, cutting through the middle lane of the ice. He crosses over with Clark, a shot, and Kozlowski fights that one off. Looked like it might have gone into the net, but the referee is going to ask the guys to play on, so the Black Bears will comply. Boilar now up at the point, had it in his skates, knocked it away. It's a takeaway for Watertown. Coming back through is Dabari, hits the trail man, a shot fought off by McAnanama. Bounces high up into the air, into the face-off dot. And now Binghamton able to clear. It's a stretch pass going the other way. Oliveri on the backhand, and Kozlowski makes the save with the glove hand.
It was a great back check there by the Wolves. Oliveri just couldn't get his forehand set. He had to go to the backhand, and Spencer Kozlowski was able to track him the entire way. Really nothing for Don to shoot at. Here it is again on the replay. Kozlowski gets prepared, comes out tall in his crease, and all Don could do was backhanded because of the great back check there from the Watertown Wolves. So defense saving some goals there, Brooks.
So now, after that face-off win, Thompson, chip in charge, goes 1-on-2 against Sergeyev and Gradsby. Watertown's going to win that puck battle with that 2-on-1 numbers game. Tate Leeson throws it in towards the middle, and Justin Schmidt, who looks to be on this line with Lord and Leeson, will throw a shot into the glove hand of McAnanama. And one thing to take note of is when the goalie freezes the puck after the whistle, how close each other the opposing team get into the goaltender's face. You know, a little bit of late shoving here and there. That's just playoff hockey. You know it's going to happen. You have to figure out, hey, who's going to be the team that's going to take the first penalty.
Yeah, and that's what I think these two teams are trying to get each other to do. They're kind of feeling each other out because playoff hockey's different teams. It's been a lot of stop and go with a lot of whistles, a lot of icing, a lot of freezing the puck. So really looking for some open ice and some continuity from both of these squads.
So Watertown flying around. Oliveri cleaned out right in front of the blue line. Watertown was on a delayed offside, so they couldn't chase after that puck. Now Oliveri settles it down. He goes for the return hit on a Wolf on the close side of the screen. Oliveri and Kirkby now skate into the zone. Kozlowski set it up on a tee for the man wearing 44 tonight, Lincoln Gingrich. And now Watertown coming back out the other way. They hold for a drag shot, trying to leave it for Mercurio. Excellent defense by Dakota Bond, the FPHL Defenseman of the Year, nullifying that scoring opportunity for Watertown. Big board says shots favoring Watertown early 3-2. Here as Stone pins the puck up into the corner. Now skated out the far side. Smith skate to stick. Goes off of his stick, and Kozlowski has to melt it down. Just about 4 minutes gone here in the opening period, brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. As the Watertown netminder gets his glove on top of it. Both goaltenders making a couple of saves here early.
Yeah, I think both teams are trying to assert themselves on this game, and the other team has been responsive to each side, and neither team can really get their footing in this game yet. But only 4 minutes gone, Brooks. I'm sure plenty of time for both teams to get their game plan set.
So we've already gone about 3 minutes longer without a goal than we did last year in round one when Everett Thompson, former Black Bear and now head coach of the Baton Rouge Zydeco, scored the game's first goal. Big hit laid on from Jacob Black on Kyle Steffen. Took him for a ride and pushed him all the way down into the corner. Leads to a Watertown takeaway, and now Black, who laid that heavy hit, has the puck on his stick. Ahead for Tomasi, trying to center it up for Gratzby, who was pinching in. It goes off of his stick, and now it ends up behind the goal line just outside the trapezoid, where Fitzgerald will pick it up.
Big hit by Jacob Black. That's setting the tone with the physicality. Just caught Steffen with his head down, and that'll boost your team on the bench, and it'll boost your guys on the ice, and it will let the Black Bears know not to go to that spot again.
So Binghamton almost doubling up Watertown in terms of point. A shot, and Watertown does have the game's first goal. Once again, it's a stretch pass. Connected with Trevor Lord. Got past the glove side of McAnanamaw, and the Wolves out to a 1-0 lead here early at the Municipal Arena.
Yeah, it's the usual suspects. Trevor Lord once again gets that puck just past McAnanamaw. Here it is one more time. McAnanamaw getting set. Comes to the top of his crease, tracking the puck the entire way, and Lord just gets a nice wrist shot over the glove. Nothing McAnanamaw could do. He was just a little too far out of his crease to stop that one.
That came at the 15-12 mark on the game clock, meaning that goal comes at 4:48 of the period. An even strength goal for Trevor Lord, the first of the playoffs. For a man who's been doing a ton of the heavy lifting this season for the Wolves. Him and Tate Leeson, along with Michael Mercurio, have really given the team a one-trick pony, as you could say, a very top-heavy team, sought out by the league. Not known for their depth like the Black Bears are, but the top line getting it done here, and it's Kozlowski with a bounce-back save, and here cover-up. And there's a little bit of that rough stuff that we were talking about. 14:34 left to go here. Watertown on the board first, thanks to Trevor Lord. We're coming back right after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back, everybody. Black Bears hockey on YouTube. First round of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs, first period, brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. Trevor Lord has the game's first goal, making it 1-0 Watertown at home. I almost said on the road. They're wearing white jerseys. It got me for a second there. Goal at 4:48. It's an even strength goal, waiting to see who they give the assist out to. And now that we have the game back, 14:34 left to go. Puck is dropped, and shots favoring the Wolves 4-3 so far early in this one. Puck held in at the line by the Black Bears defenseman. Graspy trying to reverse it around. Tosto trying to catch up to it, knocked a stick out of the Watertown player's hand. They try to pin Tosto against the wall so Flanagan can pick up his broken twig. And Watertown tries to clear, goes off a defenseman's skate, leads to another opportunity for the Black Bears to go back on offense. Third line getting to work on the forecheck, as this one spun all the way around to Mercurio. And it looks like Coach Verbeek going with a little bit of a line change, or a lineup change, I should say, compared to what we had been seeing with the Wolves. They're splitting up Mercurio, Leeson, and Lord. That way they have a little bit more scoring depth across the lineup instead of just being that one-line, one-trick pony.
Yeah, and I like that. You get to have the Black Bears on their toes for each line that goes out there. If it's just those three, you can send your top defense and your top defensive forwards, and then you get a bit of a field day with the other guys that aren't as depthful.
13:30 left to go here. Black Bears steal the puck. They try to get it ahead to Smith. It falls into the corner. Gratzby will reverse it around, take the hit from Smith to make the play. And the SUNY Mooresville Mustang now will saucer it out of the zone. Gets past Gavin Yates. Nice touch pass from Ganzatov. Tomasi comes skating in. Poke check from McAnanama. Keeps that puck out of the crease and puts it into the corner. A good bounce back sequence right there for McAnanama after allowing the game's first goal. 7 minutes left, or 7 minutes gone rather, here in the first period. Shot from the point, seen all the way with no net front presence by the Black Bears netminder, and Harrow hang on. 7:06 gone in tonight's first period.
The Black Bears have to make sure that they don't get rattled by giving up that first goal. They got to keep up their game, keep the pressure on. Spencer Kozlowski, you keep the pressure on him enough, eventually he will crack. He's usually strong to start the game, but once one gets through, the dam kind of breaks, and he lets in quite a few after that.
So Lord able to push that puck between the legs of Kirkby in the face-off circle. Oliveri, though, on the receiving end of a cross-ice pass, and it looks like this is going to be icing. Looks like a little bit of a miscue as Oliveri's looking back at the defenseman. Maybe that was not the set breakout play that the Black Bears had called for. It looked like he wasn't expecting that pass, and it was a little bit too far ahead of him anyway, so no harm, no foul, and they're just move this puck back into the Black Bears end. They go to the other face-off dot to McAnanama's left and get set up.
It's been a little bit of time since we've seen Don Oliveri in the lineup, so maybe a little bit of wires getting crossed there.
So now the Black Bears do get the puck in. Oliveri tries to glove it down. And a stretch pass once again. Gamzatov playing it across. McAnanama saw it coming and was ready for it. Stolen away by Dan Stone, and out come the Black Bears. Kirkby at the top of your screen crosses over with Thompson and Oliveri. They try to get it back over to Don. Hit the trail man, and now they have a whistle as Thompson got pushed into the netminder. And now we might have the game's first penalty as the referees skated over towards the penalty box area.
Yeah, and maybe this Binghamton power play will get its first chance to get going, even though I don't know who the ref is pointing at right there. Let's take a look. Looks like it's coming to the neutral zone here, so I'm going to guess that nothing came of it, Brooks.
Okay, so they just blew the play dead, and now Binghamton will win this faceoff and slap it in around the wall from Jesse Anderson. Behind, and now Mercurio playing the puck out. So now a stretch pass. Oliveri couldn't feather it ahead for the one more, and Mercurio reversing it around. Watertown trying to refine their footing, and they cross over the line. And as Ross Bartlett wearing 71 in this baseball jersey, I believe if I can make that name out right, doesn't go around the wall. Watertown now cycling the puck, trying to get the insurance goal that they're looking for. This one's stolen away out of the corner. Here comes Josh Fletcher on the third line. Tosto throws it to the net looking for a tip. None provided, held in at the line by Weber. Loose puck bouncing around, and Mercurio is going to skate this one out of harm's way. 11:15 left to go. Now Black out wide, trying to find the trail man from Watertown, but he was going for a line change instead. Stolen away by Kyle Steffen. He throws it at a kick save. Rebound washed out by Gratzby, and Watertown able to come back the other way. So now Steffen, re-entry into the zone. No quarter given, though, by Jacob Black, and he's making life very difficult for Steffen inside the Black Bears zone. Now Smith uses his frame as a weapon to get it ahead. A little late developing 2-on-1. Smith turnaround bid just goes wide. And now stretch pass. Tate Leeson camped out behind the entire Black Bears defense. And I believe they are going to say that that play is offsides, and I'd have to agree with the referee. 10:36 left to go here in the first period.
Yeah, and Tate Leeson loves to cheat that offense to try to get those breakaways. It's the reason he's such a prominent goal scorer is he has that offensive vision and knows when he can get away with being behind the defense and when he can, and he just tried to do it there. It didn't work out this time, but the Black Bears have to be mindful of him.
Shots on goal, 6-5, favoring Watertown. Still early in this one, Kirkby's faceoff is pushed back to Tate Leeson, and out come the Wolves the other way. Lord and Leeson crossing over, and the pass too far ahead of Lord, and Macananima will just swallow that one up, and Boilar and Lord get some pleasantries introduced with each other just in front of Macananima, but looks like the linesman Michael Imperio going to get in between those two before anything can come of it. Tonight's officials, Eric Holvig, number 26, Steve Cook, number 33, the linesman Michael Imperio, 92 that we just mentioned, and Hunter Mayette, number 39.
Yeah, you know Matthew Boilard is not going to let anyone close to his goalie there. I think he just believes Trevor Lord got a little too close for his liking, and he pushes him out of the way.
Yeah, sometimes that little extra whack, you know what you're doing. If you're the opposing team on the netminder there, that you just want to, you know, try to get the goaltender maybe a little bit rattled off his game a little bit, and you know that maybe you can draw the defenseman into coming in and taking a penalty. So now Oliveri touch pass ahead for Thompson, coming in the right wing side, crossing over the blue with the Black Bears. Throws it, goes off the skate of Graspy into the corner. Binghamton only had 2 men down low, and Oliveri and Thompson were tied up in the board battle, and now Watertown coming back the other way, able to get that puck in for a split second. Oliveri, though, with some time and space, slows it down as the Black Bears are in the process of a line change. Yates moving east to west, smooth like butter, goes out wide, a shot. Kozlowski made the save. Rebound pushed back up towards the blue line where Stone holds it in. Nice little move from Dan Stone, goes off the wall on a shot that went wide of the target. Binghamton had a guy behind the net in Smith, and he caught one of the Watertown defenders a little off guard. Stretch pass again to Tomasi. A shot fought off by Macananima. Here corral the rebound, and that'll send us to our second media timeout of the night. 9:17 left to go. Binghamton still finds themselves down by 1, but we still got 51 minutes left to go here at the Municipal Arena. Back with you after these messages.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti, along with a slew of Black Bears employees hanging out here at the third floor offices. Binghamton finds himself down 1-0 here on the road. Still a long way to go. Trevor Lord, the only goal so far in this one, came at the 4:48 mark of the opening period. For what it's worth, Watertown also scored the first goal of last year's Game 1, and that was their only goal of the night. So we'll see how the Black Bears respond.
I'm sure they would love a repeat of that, Brooks, because the Black Bears want to take this series. Obviously, that's a given, but if they can hold Watertown to only 1 goal again within the next 2 games, they'll take that any day of the week.
So Gingrich partially fanned on a dumping attempt, and now the Black Bears will throw this puck back out through the neutral zone. Gingrich now on the right side of your screen. Just saw Kyle Steffen introduce himself to 44 dressed in white. Shots on goal, Watertown 8, Binghamton 6, as the Black Bears try to break this puck out of their own end. Stolen away, and Bartlett now coming in, waiting for reinforcements as he crosses over the line. High saucer over to Sergeyev, fought off by Macananima, punched it out with his blocker, and Dan Stone gets over to the rebound. And our spin around, trying to create some separation, reverse it around for his defensive partner, Dakota Bond. And Binghamton having a little bit of a hard time getting this puck out of their own end. Steffen, the centerman, coming in low, tried to clear it to the defenseman. It was stolen away, and this puck might be underneath Steffen. Check that. It gets wrapped off of the wall and goes down near the goal line. This is icing against the Black Bears with 8:10 left to go.
Black Bears need to tighten it up a little bit. They're just letting Watertown cross over that line. They have to make that neutral zone a little tougher for the team in the baseball unis in the white and blue. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for the defense and Connor McAnanama.
So Graspy loading up in the one-timing side, opposite. 2 righties on the blue line for the Wolves right now. Schmidt chasing after this loose puck. He's getting physical with Connor Smith along the half wall. Binghamton trying to poke this puck out, and they do. Smith able to get it past Graspy and go off for a line change. Leeson quickly getting over to that loose vulcanized rubber as Schmidt will throw it off target. McAnanama has it in his glove, and either Lord was going to be offsides, or he might have started cherry-picking a little bit as he closed the gap on McAnanama very quickly, forcing the netminder to hold for a whistle.
Yeah, I also think McAnanama saw that the Black Bears were in the middle of a line change and wanted to get the guys Coach Sherwood wanted on the ice at that moment, so I think holding it right there was a good choice.
7:44 left to go here. Lord pushes this puck into the corner. Binghamton tries to clear. Oliveri didn't see Graspy behind him. Now the puck is tied up. Graspy lost his edge. Oliveri going now with Thompson, trying to cross over the line. The play is onside as Oliveri went flying, along with Jacob Black as well. Those two got their skates tied up with each other. Kirkby trying to reverse it back up the wall for Anderson, but Watertown intercepts. They play it off the wall, and Michael Imperio says this is icing, and this puck is coming back into the Watertown zone.
Yeah, Binghamton needs to get set together. It doesn't look like they're all on the same page here. I think that they're going to have to work out a little bit of the kinks of some of the guys getting together. New line mates like Josh Fletcher, Cam Clark, and Blake Tosto, a little bit of a new line together. I'm sure that it'll just take a couple minutes for them to get themselves back into the chemistry that this Black Bears team has.
So false start on Schmidt is going to get Bartlett kicked out of the faceoff dot. Binghamton able to win this puck back to Fitzgerald. Now Binghamton playing with 2 lefties. Anderson's one-timer knuckled a little bit because Lowski couldn't corral it in his glove, and the Wolves now will break it out of their own defensive zone. Lord across the line, throws it, and punched out by McAnanama, and McAnanama not taking a chance. Gets his mid on top of it, and it looks like we're just going end-to-end here, trading whistles with 7 minutes left to go here in the first period.
Yeah, like you said, Brooks trading whistles. Not much playing time for these two just yet. Seems to be every 30 seconds that someone's icing it or someone's offside. So I think both these teams are afraid to make a mistake and really go for one here.
Gingrich's shot was kicked out by McAnanama. Binghamton able to get to the rebound. They had numbers for a brief second, but instead they get set up as this puck gets gumped in to Kozlowski. And would you look at that, Cole, we have another whistle. As the third line now flipping the ice in favor of the Black Bears as they get the puck from the defensive zone to Kozlowski's crease. And once again, a quick stoppage just 7 seconds after the last one.
Yeah, they're really challenging me with my talking points between whistles, Brooks. But like you said, another hold on, another chance to get the guys out you want, and it looks like we're going to have to do this one again.
Yeah, another false start on Watertown, the second one here in the last minute. Flanagan. Excuse me, that's Josh Tomasi.
Looks like Mercurio is going to come in now to take it against Fletcher.
Yeah, you can see with this good angle that Watertown wearing baseball-style uniforms paying homage to the nearby Watertown Rapids that is literally just across the parking lot from the municipal arena. Pass into the mixer, and it goes between the legs of McAnanama. Watertown credited with their second goal of the night, and the Wolves lead 2-0. Mercurio getting the second goal of the night for the Wolves as they just throw it into the loose puck area in front of McAnanama. It pinballs around, and it goes between the legs of the Black Bears netminder, and the Wolves up now by a pair.
Well, let's take a look here. They're showing a save by Kozlowski, and it's going to flip over to the McAnanama side. McAnanama just had that puck into his breadbasket, it looked like. Here he is now, top of his crease, tracking the play. Comes back. Mercurio just gets the shot off right there as he was fighting with, I believe that's Logar, and it goes right through the 5-hole, and that's a 2-0 lead now for the Wolves.
So we'll see how Binghamton responds now, being down by 2 on the road. No stranger. Black Bears are coming back this year. It's been the name of the game. Had multiple multi-goal comebacks against the Wolves this season, including that 4-goal third period comeback back in February when Connor Smith won it in the shootout. Speaking of Smith, that line is out right now. As they get to that loose puck, it gets deflected, and looks like Flanagan and Stefan reintroducing themselves to each other right in front of Kozlowski, and the linesman getting between both of those sides very quickly, and looks like cooler heads prevailing that time around.
I think Stefan just trying to energize his squad there. Maybe a little bit of not knowing what to think right now on the bench. Black Bears not used to playing from behind like this, Brooks, almost into the second period, down by 2. So they're going to have to get themselves together. I'm sure Coach Sherwood's going to have a message for them in between periods when we get there in 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
Shots are 9 for Watertown, 7 for Binghamton. And at the Brews with Barrett show, at the Watertown tallies that they had this week, they said that was Watertown's game plan, just throwing pucks to the net and hoping that they can squeak some by, and they've been able to do that twice here early in the first period. Shot from the point is saved by Kozlowski. Black Bears, their game plan was to throw pucks to Kozlowski's net and fight for the rebounds. That's something that they've done so well up at the Municipal Arena, is get those greasy goals. But right now, Watertown doing a good job of keeping the Black Bears away for second chance opportunities. Anderson able to hold the puck in temporarily at the line, gets some help from Austin Thompson. Just not as much sustained offensive zone time that we're used to seeing the Black Bears play with. Here is Kirkby fighting for a loose puck behind the net. Is 1-on-2. Sergeyev blows a tire. Watertown, though, cross-ice pass over. They're able to break this puck out back into the neutral zone. Colin Fitzgerald lost the handle on it. Leeson behind the net. 1-on-1 with Jesse Anderson. Playing a little bit of man coverage right now for the Black Bears. Trying to poke it ahead for Gradsby off of his stick. Falls just outside the trapezoid in the far corner on the left side of your screen. Now we got a big pile up as both teams try to pull it out of the corner. Gradsby trying to dance into the middle. Binghamton will have none of that, and we'll just steer it out on the backhand. Tomasi ahead of the icing line will pick up the loose puck with under 5 minutes left to go here in the Dragon Billiards instruction first period.
Watertown just closing out on Binghamton anytime they get the puck, not letting them get room, not letting them get set, and it's keeping the Black Bears away from Spencer Kozlowski's goal.
So Tomasi gets this puck behind Mack and Nanamaw. Binghamton trying to exit the zone now with it. Dan Weber reversing it around. And this will be highly elevated into the neutral zone right at the red line in front of the Black Bears bench. Now Binghamton can cross over the line. Clark along with Boylar. Shot off target. Maybe glances off the glove of Kozlowski. Falls into the corner for Mercurio. Second opportunity from the point is steered aside by the stick of Kozlowski. And back into the corner where Stefan's waiting for it. You see Big 20 fighting for the loose puck. He lost his stick in the process, and nobody home for the Black Bears as it bounced right in front of the net. Stefan gets back up on his feet after taking what could be described as a late shove, but the Black Bears won't gain a penalty, and Watertown, gaining control of the puck, will just dump this one back into the Binghamton end. Quick re-entry off the stick of Kirkby nullifies icing, but it looks like the play might be offsides. So we have a whistle with 3:30 left to go here. We're going to take a timeout, come back with more after these messages. Watertown up by a pair.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Watertown up 2-0. Thanks to goals by Michael Mercurio and Trevor Lord here. One at the 4:48 mark and one about 10 minutes later at 14:15. Mercurio had a couple of helpers from Ross Bartlett and Josh Tomasi, primary and secondary assists respectively. Binghamton finds themselves down by a pair. No need to fret, plenty of time left here in this one. Have not had a penalty yet called. Watertown doing a good job, Cole, of keeping Binghamton to the outside, and Black Bears really not being able to get to the rebound opportunities.
Yeah, Brooks, we might be seeing our first penalty here, as it looks like Watertown's got 2 minutes on the board. So the Black Bears with a great opportunity to get something done, as they need to get pucks to the net and have a guy in front like Thompson is right now.
So Binghamton is on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. This puck held in at the line, trying to get the puck back down low to Kirkby. Tomasi is actually the guilty party. So we'll tell you about that penalty in just a second. Bond holding for a wrist shot, blocked on the way through. Leeson trying to clear the puck after the rebound. Pass across, loose in the slot. Kozlowski's shoulder save. He's bouncing around, and this one is going to be cleared back into the Binghamton end. So Binghamton with a couple of good chances right there to start the Henny Hard Seltzer power play, the first one of the night.
Tomasi got tabbed with holding, Brooks.
Okay, thank you, Cole. Binghamton on the power play for the first time in this series. Oliveri settling it down, steering it on the backhand. It's held in just inside the blue line by the captain, Kirkby. Nobody down low, though, for the Black Bears, and that'll allow an easy exit strategy for the Wolves as they send this one down the length of the ice to McAnanama. You get a good look at him on your screen as he will slap this around to low guard. Be interesting to see how quick the second unit comes out for the Black Bears as Gavin Yates now with the puck behind the net. Looks like the Binghamton Black Bears are in the process of changing to the second unit right now. Dan Stone at the top of the umbrella as they try to get it over to Gavin Yates, and with two guys in the passing lane there, that play is not going to work for the Black Bears. As 30 seconds left to go on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play, shots even at 12, but after that quick barrage right off the opening draw of the penalty, nothing going for the Black Bears. Yates gets it ahead to Connor Smith. The righty comes in, the left wing side, goes across looking for Cameron Clark, hit a dry spot. At the end of the period, 10 seconds left to go. Got to be mindful of Tomasi coming out of the box. Hammering shot from the point is caught by Kozlowski with 6 seconds left to go here in the power play. 96 seconds left to go in the period.
Yeah, it looked like a good power play from the Black Bears. They couldn't really get the puck into the net, obviously, but good start. Maybe if they get another one, well, they still have 10 seconds to work it out, but if they get another one, I'm sure they'll keep building and building. I don't think Kozlowski's going to be able to stop all of them if the Black Bears keep getting power plays.
96 seconds left to go here. Stefan wins the faceoff back. Fitzgerald and Anderson playing catch. Anderson throws one towards the net, goes off the glass. Maybe a friendly bounce for Binghamton. None provided from the glass, and Tomasi out of the box. And he goes 2-on-2. Here just dumped this one in and sent down to the ice for his troubles by Jesse Anderson. Binghamton 0 for 1 on the power play here tonight. Approaching 60 seconds left to go here. Stefan ahead for Anderson. Return feed in the skates of Stefan. And Watertown able to throw this one back out into the neutral zone temporarily. Smith marked his man, able to get this puck back in for Kozlowski where he has to set it up on a tee. 55 ticks left to go here in the first period. And Watertown has had a great first period here at home. They lead 2-0 with goals from Mercurio and Lord opening the scoring. Now played across. Tomasi down low for Jacob Black. He laid a heavy hit on Jesse Anderson. 30 seconds left to go here in the frame. Got a couple of players tying up. Stuff chance denied by McAnanama. No, the red light goes on. They say the puck went in. The referee said no goal, and we have a holding call here behind the play. So it'll be interesting to see how the referees sort this one out.
Looks like it's Watertown getting the call here, Brooks. I wonder, I want to see the look from behind the net. If that puck actually did go in, it still gets nullified by the Watertown penalty with their player touching it. But if it did, that's still kind of a shaky start. I'm sure Coach Sherwood's going to have some words with his goaltender about what he wants to see from him. But you have 27.5 seconds to work here. You got to make every second count because either way, you only have 2 minutes on the power play. It doesn't matter if it's broken up between two periods. You're going to lose these 30 seconds if you don't make them count here. You got to make them count.
So Kirby wins the face-off back, and this one's going to be poked ahead by Leeson. Here come the Wolves short-handed, 1-on-3. Leeson lost his edge. and fell down to the ice. 18 seconds left to go for Binghamton. Kirkby crosses over the line on sides into the skates. Logar holding with the puck. Final push for the Black Bears. Reverses it around to the opposite side in the corner. Oliveri, stuff chance denied. Bond shot. Save made by Kozlowski. It might have been blocked by Gingrich in front of the net. The horn will sound, and that is the end of the first period. So Binghamton will carry over 1:33 of power play time into the second period, but the Black Bears find themselves down by a pair after the opening 20 minutes. We're going to take a timeout, everybody. Come back with more here for another edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Back with you after this.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back in, everybody, for another edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here with everybody. And we also have a very special guest calling in live to the Intermission Report on the scene up in Watertown. It's our good friend Alex Jones, live from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Alex, what have you noticed after the opening 20 minutes about Game 1 here between the Wolves and the Black Bears?
I mean, the Wolves came to play. You know, they came out there. It's a veteran team. They got a lot of guys who are a little long in the tooth, so they know the tooth of playoff hockey. Allison Brooks, I think that's a big difference. They are out physically in the Black Bears and doing a really good job disrupting their zone entrances. Wouldn't be shocked in the second period the Black Bears switch up their zone entrances, switch up their rush lines a little bit. Seems like Watertown has had a pretty good answer for those, which we've seen this season. You know, Watertown does a really good job breaking up with Black Bears' zone entrances. You know, they've been a very tough opponent all year. And so I just expect to see more physical play. Black Bears really need to step it up, though, if they want to be.
Alex, what is the body language of the Black Bears on the bench? Obviously, being down 2-0 is not an ideal spot, but they still have 90 seconds of fresh ice on the power play coming up when they start the second period.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they were disheartened or defeated. It seemed like they were almost like, all right, now, you know what? Hey, we got our taste. Opening rounds against the champ, against, you know, a grizzled team, a grizzled veteran. They know some wily tricks. They're going to come out there and punch us in the mouth. Now it's round 3. Let's see what your cardio is like. And it just seems like the Black Bears, while a little bit flat-footed or a little flat to start the game, as that period progressed, it really seemed like they began to pick up their pace and really go through the pace and really push the pace towards the end. With some great scoring opportunities on the left, a little bit of that power play and into the first power play of the game.
Alex, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for calling in from the Municipal Arena. Glad you were able to get some cell service out of there. God knows I can't, but we appreciate you. Thank you for being there for us. Our ringside reporter tonight, Alex Jones, everybody from Watertown. We're going to take a time out, come back with more on another edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Back with you after these messages.
Roman Acres Veterinary Hospital is proud to announce they are now offering urgent care visits from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sundays beginning April 7th. This service is open for both clients and non-clients alike. If your pet is sick and your primary care vet isn't open, give them a call at 607-656-4285 or visit RomanAcresVet.com for more information.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks. Fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Welcome back in, everybody. Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Excite Motorsports browse, ride, and buy. Free next-day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. We just gave away an ATV at the last Black Bears home game, something that's been in the works for the last 27 home games all season long. And a lucky fan went home with a brand new CF Moto. If you would like to purchase a brand new CF Moto, you can visit Excite Motorsports online at their website, excitemotorsports.com, or go over and visit them on Front Street, not too far away. They have free next-day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. Time to look at the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. Unfortunately, not too many stats to talk about really in this one. Shots on goal did favor the Black Bears with a couple late in those 2 power plays to end the period, and Binghamton carrying over about 93 seconds of power play time to begin period number 2. Binghamton with 13 shots on goal, Watertown with 12. The difference, Watertown had 2 find the back of the net. One, that was a wrist shot that just went underneath the glove of McAnanama by Trevor Lord at the 4:48 mark of the period, and then one that was a loose puck, and that was just chopped at and squeaked underneath the elbow, I believe, after looking at the replay, not going through the 5-hole by Michael Mercurio. That was at the 14:15 mark of the period. Binghamton over 1 on the power play there in the middle of their second of the night. Cole Black Bears find themselves down by a pair on their second power play, though. What do people need to be thinking about going into this second period?
Well, similar to what we saw last time we were in the Watertown Municipal Arena, correct? Down by 2, they were able to fight back. Tyson Kirkby with the overtime winner in that one. Not saying it's going to get that far, but it also doesn't matter if you get to overtime if you win. We're not playing for points anymore. We're playing for W's in the column. All the Black Bears need to do is get themselves into the middle of the ice. Alex talked about it over the phone that Watertown's doing a great job of taking away the middle of the ice from the Black Bears. They need to make sure they can close in, get the shots off, and then fight for those greasy goal rebounds that you like to talk about.
All right, we will take another timeout, come back, update you what's going on across the FPHL on the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of games going on right now, and Cole's going to fill everybody in when we come back right after this.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Awestruck Premium Hard Cider, crafting transcendent, awe-inspiring liquid made and sealed right in Sydney, New York with New York State apples. Improve your day with Awestruck Premium Hard Cider. CryoWorks provides cryotherapy that uses nitrogen-cooled air to target specific areas of pain and inflammation. Local cryotherapy targets a specific area to deliver the same effects of the whole-body cryotherapy to that specific site. Treatments take 5 to 8 minutes, with a benefit exceeding that of hours of icing. Your Binghamton Black Bears' premier choice of cryotherapy, CryoWorks.
Stay in the swing of things with your golf game this winter and check out Fairways Indoor Golf Company. At Fairways, you can play any 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, enjoy your favorite cocktail in the lounge by the fire, or watch your favorite sports team on over 9 82-inch TVs. The only slice you'll experience will be from the homemade pizza from the clubhouse kitchen. Bring your own clubs or use theirs. Get the golfer in your life a Fairways gift certificate. Tee off with Fairways Golf Company, 511 Hoover Road, Endwell, online at fairwaysindoor.golf.
Are you compassionate and interested in providing care to people with developmental disabilities? Check out a New York State Career with Broom OPWDD. Enjoy great benefits such as job security, health insurance, retirement plan, pay time off, opportunities for advancement, and so much more. Positions as direct support professionals in the community or at a secure facility might be exactly the change of pace that you're looking for. For more information, call 607-240-4786 or go online to www.opwdd.ny.gov.
Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's Auto Sales.
We
have a huge selection of vehicles and every tool available to fit everyone's credit needs. If you've been told no before,
I say no when it feels so good to say yes.
Get the vehicle you deserve.
Yes, that's awesome.
With our guaranteed credit approval program, which can easily be filled out online at jeffkais.com.
Jeff Kai's Auto Sales, Appalachian. Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's.
Are you planning on traveling to Binghamton for an upcoming Black Bears game? If so, check out La Quinta Inn & Suites by Wyndham for a night away from home. La Quinta Inn & Suites is a short drive from the arena and is conveniently located off of the Southern Tier Expressway and Highway 17 with easy access to Interstate 81 and the Vestal Parkway. La Quinta Inn & Suites by Wyndham at 581 Harry L. Drive, Johnson City. Reach them at 607-770-9333.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Are you kidding me?
How do you do that? Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Welcome back in, everybody. Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Browse, ride, buy free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. Visit Excite Motorsports online anytime at excitemotorsports.com.
Brooks, I have something for you in case we need it later. I thought you'd want this.
Okay. Well, might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I guess just in case we need that for later.
Put that over there.
Okay. All right, so we got that taken care of. Cole, what else do we need to take care of here before we get back to playing hockey?
It seems like a little something called the out-of-town scoreboard, correct, Brooks?
That would be.
So let's go around the league. Up in Port Huron, the lower-seeded Port Huron Prowlers, number 3, are up on the number 2 Carolina Thunderbirds, 2-0. That game about to wrap up its second period, so Thunderbirds a little stymied coming out of the gate. Now if we head over to Danbury, Connecticut, the Hat Tricks lead the Motor City Rockers near the beginning of their second period. Danbury up 1-0 over Motor City. Once again, 3 leading the 2. Now if we go to Mississippi, they are tied at 0 as they head towards the end of their, the start of their second period. 0-0. Seawolves having a much better job tonight of holding off that potent Columbus offense.
Thank you, Cole, for that update on the out-of-town scoreboard. Binghamton making their way onto the ice. Quick timeout. We're coming back for the second period, brought to you by our friends over at Greenlight Networks. Back with you right after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back in, everybody. Getting ready for the Greenlight Network's second period. Greenlight Network's fast fiber and reliable internet here in the Black Bears office tonight, keeping us up on the air. As Binghamton getting set for their second power play of the night. They have 93 seconds carrying over from the Gamsatoff hooking call at 19:32 of the second period. So Kirkby will win this one back, and there's Tate Leeson applying heavy pressure on the forecheck. And the second period officially underway. Binghamton trying to break into the zone. A little collision between Mercurio and Bond, making life a little bit difficult for the Black Bears as they get this puck deep. A shot around the wall, right onto the stick of Oliveri. Goes between his legs. He hangs on for the loose puck. Back up to the point for Dakota Bond. About 60 seconds left to go on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. A wrist shot. Kozlowski fought it off. Rebounds available. Player fell in front of the net. And then a couple of legs get tied up with Logar and Leeson on the far side. Bond holding it in at the line across for Kirkby. Over to Oliveri's one-timer. Goes wide of the target. Held in, though, by the Black Bears captain. Now Bond at the blue line. Holding, trying to draw some separation from the Watertown defenders. Trading places with Kirkby, and now Oliveri. Top of the point. Back over to Bond, and then we have a whistle here with 34 seconds left to go. A penalty is being called, and it looks like the Black Bears power play is done. Austin Thompson going over to the penalty box along with Gingrich. So matching penalties here with 34 seconds left to go, and the Black Bears' second man advantage.
Yeah, those two were battling down low. Good call by the referees there to take them both. That way you can kind of nip this in the butt and tell them we don't want any dirty, rough stuff down low.
So that was exactly 1 minute into the second period. Austin Thompson, and I believe it was Lincoln Gingrich wearing 44 tonight for Watertown.
4-on-3 power play is kind of a weird one, Brooks. How much do you really practice that?
Not a lot. Not a lot, but it opens up the ice. So Watertown wins the important face-off, and they're able to clear it all the way down to Macananama. Binghamton going to need to try to go fast to break into the zone. Good thing for the Black Bears, though, is with only 3 defenders on the ice, Watertown not going to be able to put too much pressure on, but Binghamton will do Watertown a favor as they ice the puck. That is a killer, because this puck is going to go all the way back into the Binghamton end. 17 seconds left to go on the 4-on-3 advantage, and then it'll be a 4-on-4 for about 90 seconds.
Yeah, and 4-on-4, the Black Bears have to be careful. You're going to see Trevor Lord and Tate Leeson together, so you got to make sure you mark both of them and keep them away from the net.
So face-off ends up behind the net of Macananama. 10 seconds left to go. Final push for the Black Bears on their second power play of the night. Yates comes flying in, gets around all 3. He's waiting for some reinforcement. Penalty time is up. We go to 4-on-4. Stone a shot. Fought off by Kozlowski. Rims all the way around the glass and back down towards Macananama. He has to come out of his net to play it up. So Binghamton over 2 on the man advantage so far tonight. Yates back in across the line. We're 70 seconds of 4-on-4 now. Fitzgerald was pinching in, and that puck got deflected, I believe, off the stick of Mercurio from Yates. And now Binghamton forced to go back behind their own net. Watertown getting some fresh troops onto the ice. 2 minutes gone here in the Green Light Network second period. Fitzgerald crossing over. The secret weapon playing it back. Now one touch, a one-timer, they score! Binghamton gets on the board. 4-on-4 goal, and the Black Bears first goal of the night.
Looks like it's Kyle Steffen leading the charge, Brooks, and what an addition he's been to this squad since coming over. A beautiful pass right on his tape. The Black Bears finally break the ice on Kozlowski, and they're within 1, so they cut the deficit in half. The job's not done yet, but this all starts with Fitzgerald up top. Here's Steffen with the shot. Nice one by him. All of this, like I said, starts with Fitzgerald's puck handling skills, so Fitzgerald definitely gets some credit for this one, but Kyle Steffen's going to be the one who gets it in the books.
They call him the secret weapon for a reason. Colin Fitzgerald getting involved on the score sheet with a beautiful assist, and the Black Bears have a little bit of life in them in this second period. Now the deficit is 1. Can Binghamton get the equalizer here? Tosto in his own end, reversing it around. We're still 4-on-4 for the next 25-some seconds.
All I'm going to say, if Colin Fitzgerald's a secret to you, you're not doing your scouting right. He has been a star in this league for a very long time now, 3 years about, Brooks.
Anderson playing it down low. Kirkby spins off a hit from Gingrich. Anderson was pinching in but elected to go back towards the blue line. Now cross-ice pass, low angle, one touch, they score again! Just like that, the game is tied. Colin Fitzgerald leading the way for the Black Bears, and this game is tied up at 2-2 in a blink of an eye, just like that.
Yeah, like I said, not much of a secret weapon. When he's that good, you should know about him. Here it is again. He just crashes the net. The offensive-minded defenseman, so smart with the puck. One-touch pass to Steffen, slows it down and says, thank you very much, Kozlowski, for committing. 2-2, and we're back to an even ball game.
Well, now all we're missing is the two craps and a Ric Flair. And then everybody would have been excited. You know, I bet Derek and company who are traveling up in Watertown, they're doing it.
We'll have to ask Alex Jones in intermission.
So, just like that, in a blink of an eye, Binghamton ties the game up at 2. A pair of 4-on-4 goals for the Black Bears. Special teams playing a big factor here in this one. Even though those are even strength goals, big special teams sequence right there. Now Binghamton looking for their first lead of the game. Logar comes in, his shot blocked. He takes the whack. Logar, the 10th forward to the night for the Black Bears, and now Watertown skating back out. Bartlett trying to connect on a seam pass, and Boilar takes a penalty in the process. Bartlett was chopped down at the ankles, and it looks like Matu is headed over to the send bin, and Watertown will have their first power play of the night.
Well, something to note, Brooks, both goals coming at about 43 seconds apart. 6 different players coming away with points. On the first one is number 20, Kyle Steffen, from number 12, Gavin Yates, and number 77, Jesse Anderson at 2:14. Where the second one, number 15, Colin Fitzgerald, from number 91, Blake Tosto, and number 17, Tyson Kirkby, that one at 2:57. So within 40 seconds, the Black Bears erase that early lead from Watertown.
So Watertown, who struggled on the power play this year, I'd say struggled loosely, really in the middle of the pack in the FPHL, just at 21%. Compared to Binghamton's 29, that is a lot, but Watertown now on the power play, and like we said, Danbury had the worst power play last year in the playoffs, and they had the best in the postseason last year. So now Mercurio holding it for Lord, as this is the top unit for Coach Verbeek's club. Leeson, a shot, it's blocked. Look out, it's a skate race. Could be a shorthanded opportunity, and Kirkby couldn't catch up to it in time. Out come the Wolves back the other way. Nice touch pass coming into the zone. Gamzatov chopped down. Legally, though, with a good body check from the Black Bears. Bond lost his stick. He has to go pick it up. Kirkby, sensing his defenseman without a twig, just pins the puck up against the wall for the time being. Bond has his twig back, and now he will skate it out across the blue line and all 3 lines for that matter himself. Bond, a shot, looking for a heat check, and a toe save made by Kozlowski. Just about 5 minutes gone here. Power play, 50 seconds left to go for Watertown. Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill out there for the Black Bears. Jacob Black playing it down low just into the trapezoid where Watertown goes and fetches it. Mercurio trying to settle it down. It hopped over his stick. Leeson taken down. And another penalty is called here. I believe tripping is going to be the indication from the referee skating into the frame. And Tate Leeson doing what he does best, drawing penalties, as he took a slight nudge from Steffen, and Steffen now being asked to go into the penalty box. We're going to tell you all about this situation and more coming up right after this. It's 2-2. Here, thanks to the Black Bears, Steffen and Fitzgerald. 5-on-3, though, for the Wolves coming up right after this.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks. Fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And There's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
Well, I hope everybody has liked the new additions to the live stream here, getting the goal horn and goal song involved. Glad we were able to execute that here with our roadcaster and our streaming computer. Big shout out to Josh William getting us top of the line equipment as always. Binghamton, though, finds themselves in a little bit of trouble, Cole. They have 35 seconds on a two-man disadvantage as Kyle Steffen is in the box for tripping, and Matu Boylar still has a couple of seconds left to serve for his tripping at 3:43.
And I was just going to say, it's been such a great penalty kill for the Black Bears as they were the only one with a shot up until that Kyle Steffen penalty. Dakota Bond at 4:48 was the only shot after the Matu Boylar tripping penalty, but now 5-on-3 is going to be tough with Ross Bartlett skating in to take that draw.
So Black Bears slap this puck around the wall. That's step one, and I got ahead of myself. This ricochets off the glass into the net. Well, it's not a delay of game penalty because it clearly went off the glass and all the way out. It did hit the safety net, and the safety net at the Watertown Municipal Arena, folks, runs all the way around except, of course, in front of the benches, and then the safety net goes behind the benches there. So this time, face-off is won back to Graspy. He's holding for a wrist shot, blocked on the way through. Loose puck, chopped and still held in by Graspy at the line. 20 seconds left to go in the two-man advantage. Binghamton so close to getting that puck out. Best players are on the ice for Watertown. Leeson with the puck now, back up to Graspy. Playing catch with Trevor Lord on the far side. Almost lost the handle on it, a one-timer. Save made by McAnanama. Loose puck into the corner. 5 seconds left to go in the two-man advantage, and Boylar's coming out of the box. Kirkby taking some wax at it. It gets down low. Binghamton will clear. First power play is over for Watertown, officially 0-for-1 on the night. However, still on the man advantage for the next 75 seconds. Wolves right back into the offensive zone. First unit still out on the ice. It's Trevor Lord, Mercurio, Tomasi, Thornton, and one other player can't make it out. Sprawling save made by McAnanama. Binghamton trying to find the loose puck behind the net. Makes its way back up to Flanagan. Partially changing now are the Wolves. Under a minute left to go here on this power play. Momentum on the side of the Black Bears. Leeson dropping it back for Lord. A wrist shot gloved by McAnanama, and he'll hang on.
Well, Lord did a great job there of making the Black Bear player, I believe it was Austin Thompson, become a sort of a screen on McAnanama. He got his eyes in front of him, and McAnanama was able to still pick it out with his gloves. So only 47 seconds to go. Only 3 shots allowed by the Black Bears on this power play. Only 1 on the last one to Boylard.
So now Fletcher does enough to tie up a loose puck in the face-off circle. Flanagan couldn't hold it in. Watertown has to bring it out and touch up at the line. Stolen away by Fletcher. Comes in short-handed, and Kozlowski makes an excellent save. He's been tested twice in this latest penalty sequence here from Binghamton. Fletcher the latest, after Bond had a short-handed opportunity as well. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Black Bears. Tomasi throws up the ice, cross-ice pass, almost intercepted by the defenseman. A shot fought off by McAnanama, falls into the corner. Stone pins his man up against the wall, and it's chopped into the net and out of play. 9 seconds left to go in the penalty for the Black Bears. 13:01 left to go in the frame.
Yeah, you can see some frustration from the Wolves as they had a 5-on-3 cooking. They had their chances. They were getting the puck to McAnanama. They were closing in, but he just stood strong, and they've even given up a few of those shorthanded chances to Dakota Bond, and the latest off a bad giveaway to Josh Fletcher.
Not out of dodge yet. Yates tries to tie up a man in the face-off circle, killing off the final seconds of this, and Yates pokes it out, and here comes Gavin Yates. This is even strength coming in. Yates had it poked off his stick at the last second. Excellent recovery by the Wolves defensively. Maybe the puck was rolling on him, but I believe the Watertown player, Cole, was able just to get his stick in the way of Gavin Yates as he made one more move. Lowered a shot off the mask of McAnanama. It looked like the puck made its way into the corner the way the players reacted, but McAnanama has it in his glove the whole time.
Yeah, and that last rush with Gavin Yates, Kyle Steffen had just come out of the box. If he would have come out maybe a second or two earlier, he would have been lined up perfectly for a 2-on-1, but Kyle Steffen's penalty expired right as Yates passed over the blue line, so no chance to get him in the play.
.32 left to go here. Shots 19-15 favoring Binghamton in the period. 6 for the Black Bears and 3 for the Wolves. So we are back to even strength. Everybody's out of the penalty box. Both teams are 0 for 2 on the man advantages, but Binghamton with 2 special teams goals here have tied the game up in the period, both within the first 3 minutes of the frame. Lord now, starting and stopping right inside the blue line, couldn't get the puck out. Takeaway for the Black Bears. Yates back across to the trail man Smith, trying to saucer it ahead. Kozlowski got a piece of it, and then Smith with a big hit laid on a Wolf in the corner. And now Yates coming around. We have a delayed penalty now. Don't know what side. And then, oh, Tate Leeson just absolutely whacked Connor Smith with his stick right in the face. That's going to draw some tempers. Oh, my. This is the part of the game where you really hate missing the natural sound. Leeson with an absolute cheap shot on Connor Smith. Wasn't looking at the puck. And now the linesman and the referees, everybody getting involved, and everybody's got a dance partner.
Might be better we don't have the natural sound, Brooks. I don't know if all the words being exchanged there are so friendly for the broadcast, but big hit laid on by Connor Smith. It was legal. No penalty was called. It looked legal from what we saw, but it definitely hurt. That Wolf is still bent over, and he looks like he's getting right back to his feet. So penalty was called, I believe, on the Wolves when Yates had the puck, because play was still going on.
So they're going to send Connor Smith to the box as well. Don't know why they're sending Smith, as he was the one who received the hit from Leeson. The referee in the offensive zone is the one who had his arm up in the air, and play continued on for multiple seconds after the initial hit. So I can't imagine what they're doing. And Tyson Kirkby trying to get an explanation from the official. So Smith and Leeson are sitting in the penalty box, and from this vantage point, don't see anybody else. So it looks like neither side is getting a man advantage. Cole, anything coming through on the play-by-play on the league site yet?
Nothing yet. The last thing we have still is that Connor Smith shot at 7:55.
Okay, thank you for that. So neither side gaining a man advantage right now. Getting a good look at Tyson Kirkby right there on your screen. I don't think he agrees with the way that was distributed, but nothing they're going to be able to do as he skates over to the bench. 12 minutes left to go here. We've already taken our 15 timeout.
Even worse for the Black Bears, that puck is going to come out of the zone for the draw. They had offensive possession, so that is not what they want to see at all. Well, Tate Leeson's penalty just came through. He gets 2 minutes for roughing. Still waiting on why Connor Smith is in the box. Up there it is. Connor Smith gets 2 minutes for boarding.
So they do give a hit for boarding at 8:01 to Connor Smith.
I wonder if they were trying to blow the whistle, but it must be noisy there in the Watertown arena. Maybe the players couldn't hear it, and that's why they kept playing for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Leeson only got 2 for what he did after the play, a late hit after the whistle. So no team gets an advantage. And let's count up the players on the ice, see if it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. Oliveri was over the line, so it looks like it's 4-on-4. Oliveri out with Kirkby. Now the play was on sides, temporarily poked off of his stick to Mercurio and saucered ahead to Trevor Lord. So we are 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. This has favored the Black Bears, this period especially, with 2 goals, one from Kyle Steffen and one from Fitzgerald. Kirkby goes one-on-one with Flanagan. It ends up directly behind the net of Kozlowski. Played back to Oliveri. Tried to hit a trail man. Gets back over to Fitzgerald. Watertown wanted the offsides call. Fitzgerald was already in the zone. And with an extra man off the ice and a little bit of possession game right now for Binghamton. Power move, Bond goes behind the net trying to go for the stuff chance, and a penalty called. The skating ability of Dakota Bond draws an infraction, and Binghamton headed right back to the power play, Cole. Hooking is the indication against the Wolves, in the Henny Hard Seltzer power play, going right back to work.
I believe that's Trevor Lord. He was the one who had marked Dakota Bond. I thought he played that well defensively until he got behind the net. That's when he kind of committed the hook. Kept Bond away from the net. Take a penalty to prevent a goal is something your coach is going to take the trade, but Trevor Lord obviously not happy as he slams his stick.
The best two players in the penalty box for the Wolves, that being Trevor Lord and Tate Leeson. Leeson in for roughing, now Lord in for hooking. Binghamton now with a 4-on-3 power play for the next 56 seconds. As Watertown will send out Bartlett, Sergev, and Gingrich. 1 forward and 2 defensemen. As Binghamton pushes this puck into the corner. They settle it down. Binghamton looking for their first lead of the game here on the power play. Stuff chance from Yates denied. And Bartlett able to scoot that one out on the backhand all the way back down to McAnanamaw. Binghamton retreats, chases after the puck, and they're start a breakout once again. Anderson leaving it back for Yates. No pressure at the blue line. With only 3 defenders, not going to see too much of it. Cameron Clark's got some load of space. He has a good shot. Anderson's one-timer kicked out by Kozlowski. Yates over to the rebound. Trading places with Clark. Yates skating on in. Had it poked off of his stick by Bartlett. Still 15 seconds left to go, and Watertown coming up high, challenging. They get the puck down low. Kozlowski makes the glove save. Bounced off the pad of his glove, but then able to catch it on the second opportunity with 10:07 left to go here in the second period.
Yeah, still 9 seconds of 4-on-3, but then the Black Bears will have about 1 minute and 4 seconds left of regular power play time. So this is a big opportunity for them to get the lead halfway through this game. And I'm sure once we get to that immediate timeout, if there's no goal from the Black Bears, Coach Sherwood will be ferociously, if that's the right word, drawing up a play.
I also like the idea of not calling the timeout there with a 4-on-3. It's a tied game, 2-2. You don't know when you're going to need that, especially in the playoffs. Oliveri tried to swallow up that puck. Instead, Jacob Black gets it out. That'll effectively kill off the rest of that penalty, and it will as McAnanamaw puts his mitt on top of it. 9:57 left to go here in a tied 2-2 game between the Wolves and the Black Bears. Back with you, folks, after these messages.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Here we get the second period about to come back. The Black Bears have stormed all the way back, down by 2 to tie it. 10:03 has run off the clock, meaning 9:57 left to go, and Black Bears looking for their first lead of the night.
That they are, Cole. Goals by Kyle Steffen and Colin Fitzgerald. I thought Fitzgerald for sure had an assist on the game's first, or Binghamton's first goal, rather. Yates and Anderson being the helpers on the first goal at 2:14, 2:57. The tying goal, Colin Fitzgerald from Blake Tosto and Tyson Kirkby. So Binghamton scoring twice at 4-on-4. So now Thompson's stuff chance denied. Binghamton on a 5-on-4 power play here. As it held in at the line by Dakota Bond. Let me get that music cut off here. One-timer, Oliveri fanned on it. Healed it. Sergev playing it around the wall. Kirkby sealing it. And Binghamton able to control that loose puck. You got to take advantage of that if you're Sergev. You want to get that puck out. Shot from the point. Denied by Kozlowski. Kirkby couldn't corral the rebound. Couple of whacks from Sergev in front of Kozlowski's net. Elevated down to McAnanamaw. Final push for the Black Bears here, with 12 seconds left to go on the power play.
Yep, they need to get cooking. Here's Bond as he tries to cut in. So there's Bond
Trying to scissor it over to Yates. Couldn't get it, and pinballs around. We're back to 5-on-5. Bartlett tries a toe drag move. No quarter given by the Black Bears captain. Watertown does kill off the penalty, meaning Binghamton's 0 for 3 on the man advantage. But we are still tied at 2-2. Graspy loading up the cannon. Hit a body on the way through, right onto the stick of Tomasi. Player lost his edge in Graspy. Tomasi throws one to the open corner. Weber over to the rebound where he's able to corral it and elevate it down the ice. It has enough, and it does make the line. This is icing with 8:22 left to go here in the frame. Shots 23-15 favoring the Black Bears, and in the period, 9-3.
Yeah, and it looks like Binghamton has found their game, finally getting themselves up on the shot board, getting it up, and they like to lead the shots. They do it a lot, Brooks. They're up by 8 right now, so some usual Black Bear hockey was what we're seeing.
So, offensive zone draw. This will be taken by Lord. Kirkby will win this one back, though, for the Black Bears. Weber on the set defensive zone play, able to get some separation before he lost his edge. Stretch pass into the middle of the ice, too hot to handle for the captain, and then Smith overskated it. Smith and Leeson both out of the penalty box as their penalties have expired. Now the Wolves looking to reclaim the lead here. They hit a dry spot in the middle of the ice, 2-on-1. Kirkby and Steffen coming back. Yates holding for a shot. Deflects off of Kozlowski's shoulder. Stays in play off the glass. Boylar hammers a slap shot in and out of the glove. Loose puck still available. Kozlowski with his face facing the back of the net. Able to corral that loose puck and get a whistle.
You don't see many saves like that, Brooks. He was facing the twine, and that puck was just fumbling and bumbling around there. Here's the replay. You see Schmidt trying to help Kozlowski stop the goal from going in. And now it's hack and whack time. Everyone just trying to cover up that line, make sure that puck doesn't go over. And a good job by the Wolves defenders to help their goalie out.
7:46 left to go here. Second period action brought to you by our friends over at Greenlight Networks, fast fiber and reliable internet. Find out if you're in their service area by visiting them online at greenlightnetworks.com. Weber's shot is blocked by a defender in front of Kozlowski's net. They go for the stretch pass. It's knocked down legally with the stick by Boylar, but Mercurio blocks the clearing attempt. Centering pass in a collision on the far side post between Tomasi and Weber. And it looks like those two just a little tie up in between their skates, and they're get that net readjusted back on its pegs.
Yeah, that net had a bit of the easier night so far. All 4 goals coming at the other side of the ice. It makes you think the ice might be a little tilted towards that way. But the Black Bears and Dan Weber with Josh Tomasi getting tied up there takes the net off its pegs, gets us a neutral zone face-off. If I can get a thought together, Brooks, I'm all over the place right now.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us, and sometimes us too.
I thought you were about to say, and sometimes you too.
Nope. Watertown will dump this puck in. As Dan Weber, who collided with the net, starting and stopping. Nice move to get around Mercurio. Able to get the puck back over to Cam Clark as the third line makes their way onto the ice for Binghamton. Sergeyev tried to lay a hit on Tosto. While Tosto was able to keep his feet, it was enough to bump him off sides, and we get a neutral zone face-off coming up right in front of the Black Bears bench with 7:11 left to go here in the period.
Yep, and the Black Bears going to get who they want on the ice. It doesn't look like Watertown's going to elect for well, now it looks like they're going to elect for a change of their forwards, leave their defensemen behind. Black Bears look like they got 5 new guys. Looks like they're going to rush offense here with Fitzgerald and Anderson on the back end.
Cole's monitoring the chat here tonight. Cole, anything worth noting so far from all of our friends watching back here in Binghamton and across the country on YouTube?
Well, everyone loved the rally chair, Brooks. That went nuts in the chat. And then one fan asked why there's no crowd audio. That's because we're here in the office and not at the arena.
Yes, so that's probably the more important topic of discussion. We don't have the crowd noise because we are watching the game on the big screen. And if we had the computer playing on the live stream, it would be behind what we are hearing. So that's the way that it just has to be, unfortunately, when the Black Bears are playing up in Watertown. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Wolves able to backhand this one. It hits the linesman's skate, Gamzatov, giving pressure to his former team. But Cam Clark able to pull this puck out of the corner as Tyson Kirkby elevates it into the far side while the first line makes their way out for a line change. 6:20 left to go here in the second period. Binghamton has scored twice, both coming at the 2-minute mark of the frame, one at 2:14 and 2:57. Steffen and Fitzgerald, the goal scorers here, have tying the game up at 4-on-4 hockey. Stretch pass. Hit a stick on the way through in front of the Black Bears bench, delayed off sides against Binghamton. Yates has to retreat temporarily. And now Watertown will take that advantage to cut through the middle of the ice. Leeson dancing through, tried to cut through to McAnanama, hit his body instead, and we have the net dislodged, I believe, as Leeson and McAnanama getting face-to-face with each other. Seems to be a lot of players dressed in black there and not too many dressed in white in that little scuffle.
Well, I'm sure they are still unhappy with how things unfolded with Connor Smith and Tate Leeson, but a lot of Black Bears were quick over to Tate, and he had quite a conversation, it seemed, with Don Oliveri about his helmet.
So Binghamton already lining up for the face-off. Watertown getting in some last licks before they get set up. Leeson lining up on the wing. Lord in the middle. Here go up against Kirkby. Both players on their power side, and we have a false start. So we will do it all again. One thing I've noticed so far is Lord is just content to push the puck forward, try to go between Kirkby's legs. That time, Kirkby does a good job of tying up Lord's stick, gets it over to the defenseman Stone. Shot steered aside by McAnanama. Nobody in front of the net from Watertown to cash in that rebound. Graspy, though, holds it in at the line, throwing it in down low. Lisa and Kirkby get reintroduced to each other. The two captains get acquainted with each other, and now the Black Bears coming back the other way. Kirkby over the line with Thompson, plays onside. Shot got deflected on the way through. Mercurio with a bump for Oliveri. Back in front, Kirkby was all alone on the back post, couldn't get it over to him, and Kozlowski melts it down, sensing pressure coming from the Black Bears with 5:16 left to go.
Seems like Connor McAnanama has really settled into his crease since allowing that bit of a sloppy goal there in the first period. He's looked strong ever since, and he stopped 15 of the 17 Watertown's been able to throw his way. And I'm starting to think that McAnanama is really settling in.
Boylar, Weber making their way onto the ice for the Black Bears. That's that third defensive pairing. Loose puck as Smith tries to glove it down. Legally played it to himself to avoid the hand pass. And Gingrich playing it off the sidewall. Hit a body on the way through. Leads to a takeaway for the Black Bears. A shot rings off of the post, I believe. Weber trying to ground that one down, hold it in for the Black Bears. They cannot, unfortunately. He's whacked back in on the delayed offsides. Watertown will take over with under 5 minutes left to go. Stretch pass not available for Mercurio. This leads to an icing. However, we are going to go to a media timeout instead. 4:41 left to go here. Back with you in 60 seconds here on YouTube.
Jersey, bring us the Hennies! Yeah! All right, I got the Hennies. Constantly's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti. While we have the opportunity, Cole, what's going on in the chat right now here in the second period?
Well, just a lot of fans happy about the Black Bears getting back in it. A lot of people saying hi to you, Brooks. Not so many saying hi to me, but that's all right for now. And everyone just seems to be excited that this game's knotted up at 2.
Yeah, you can tell the excitement in the air, ringing throughout the office. For everybody who's still hanging back with us, faceoff is pulled back by Watertown in their own end, though. It's stolen away by Yates. He tries to cut towards the middle of the ice. His shot, though, was blocked by Bartlett. And now Watertown coming back the other way, giving chase is Tomasi to Dan Weber, but Weber able to get it back over to Yates, and the Black Bears trying to exit the zone, wrapped off the stick of Steffen, thrown right back into the far side corner. Weber pins the puck up against the wall, scoots it on over, but Gingrich first man to it for Watertown. Back up to the point, pinballing around from the shot from Gratzby as it gets deflected up into the air and poked through the legs of Gingrich, and now the Black Bears come back the other way. Yates reversing it on the backhand, looking for Steffen. It's in his skates, loose puck, and a man taken out right in front of the net is Connor Smith, and a penalty is coming up once again, I believe, to Watertown.
Got to be careful there for the retaliatory, but yeah, that play looked like they just took Connor Smith out of it, and a little bit of a dangerous fall for Connor Smith. Not by design from Watertown, but Connor Smith just where he was landing right near the post. That could have been real bad, but does not look like he got the brunt of that iron.
I saw the referee's arm up in the air. I don't see anybody skating over towards the penalty box. Let's take a look at this Heinz Energy replay here. So Connor Smith going to be on the left side of your screen. He comes in here, and he just gets cleaned out by 71. No, so we're going to say 5-on-5, so no penalty. They just blow it dead because the net came off the pegs. That was a misfire on my part. I apologize. -1 on the night for the broadcaster. And now Graspy wrapping it around the wall for Black on the far side. Those two college teammates at SUNY Morrisville, along with Cam Clark, who's playing on the opposite side. Here, shot from the point, steered aside by McAnanama into the net and out of play. So Graspy and Black, teammates in Watertown, also teammates with Cam Clark, with the SUNY Morrisville Mustangs, once upon a time where Jesse Anderson played his college hockey.
Well, I'm sure there's some people from there and people from Adrian College, a lot of the same schools finding their way to this Watertown-Binghamton game, Brooks.
Cole Bob Howard says hi. He sent that personal message to me to make sure you were included.
I got a few people. Someone called me their hero in here, Brooks.
Well, that's good. First time for everything. So Logar and Pavlov going to do battle in the face-off dot now, and Pavlov is going to be asked to leave. So Lord will come in. This is going to be on his weak side, and you know, one thing I've noticed, Trevor Lord's got his sleeves rolled up like he's a baseball player, and it almost looks like a short sleeve jersey.
Yeah, kind of the same way that Matt Chuboy-Lard likes to roll his sleeves up, correct?
Correct.
What's going on here now?
So looks like a Watertown player.
Oh, look who it is, Mr. Tate Leeson. Did they get the call for 2 face-off violations, maybe?
Could have. So Leeson goes into the penalty box. And I'm looking to see if they wait for a Binghamton player to go to the opposite door.
2 minutes up on the board from the Watertown Production Company. Not sure if that's straight from their board or not, but very interesting. I'll have to check our handy-dandy live stat on the website.
So time of this penalty would be at 16:24.
It looks like we're 4-on-4, Brooks.
Okay, so 16:24. I thought Jesse Anderson was skating over towards the penalty box. So I saw Tate Leeson go in. And I'm being told it's Blake Tosto who's going over to the penalty box. So 4-on-4. As we got a quick whistle right off the rip, 3:33 left to go. Cole, does it say what those penalties were yet?
Not yet, but I'm going to assume with the fact that it was 2 of them, it's probably going to come through as, oh, here it goes, roughing. Exactly what I was going to say. Tate Leeson for roughing. I'm sure Blake Tosto is going to come up the same.
So Binghamton with control of the puck behind the Watertown net. Kirkby will leave it for the defenseman to start the breakout. This is Dakota Bond, the puck-moving defenseman of the year. Goes off the skate of Thompson. It was tipped on the way through, so no icing. Reversed around by the Wolves in their own end, and Gradsby trying to use his speed as a weapon. Cutting in through the middle of the ice, gets the puck over to Trevor Lord. Good intercept temporarily by the Black Bears, but Bond gave it right back to Gradsby. And then Bond standing his ground, making sure that the referee knows that Gradsby fell down on his own accord and he was not pushed. Standing tall, Mercurio trying to muscle his way towards the front of the net. Gradsby lost the handle. Now on the half wall, floated back into the neutral zone. Watertown maintains control. Hops over the stick of Mercurio, and now Bond, across the same side of the ice, gets a friendly touch from Austin Thompson to the opposite corner. Binghamton with the takeaway, hits the trail man. Kirkby trying to get it over on the near side post for Thompson. Just rolls off of his stick. Watertown will pick up the puck with 2:19 left to go here. Lord had it stripped away. Out come the Black Bears. Smith and Sergev one-on-one in the corner. Two big boys doing battle as they tie up on the top side of your screen. Watertown able to poke this puck back out into the neutral zone. Bartlett starting and stopping in front of the Black Bears bench. Smith turns it over, and out comes Lord. He has a backhander. That's denied, and now Fitzgerald skating with Yates across the line. Fitzgerald drops it back for the trail man. Coming in, loads of space. Anderson fanned on a one-timing attempt. Maybe wasn't expecting that pass coming from Fitzgerald or Smith. And now Watertown coming back the other way. A lot of speed as they make their way towards the front of the ice. Bartlett couldn't get the handle on it. We're back to 5-on-5. Yates now cuts in front of the penalty box as Tosto comes out, but a player from Binghamton was already in the offensive zone. We are offsides with 90 seconds left to go here in the second period.
Well, you know who's been having a heck of a game today is number 15, Colin Fitzgerald. That was a beautiful play by him to set up that last offensive chance for the Black Bears. Unfortunately, nothing comes of it, but he has looked sensational all game, Brooks, especially when he got on the board, I should say.
Absolutely. 4-on-4 play has definitely favored the Black Bears tonight.
It's favored them, I believe, all season with puck handlers like Gavin Yates, and now with Fitzgerald back, Jesse Anderson's good with the puck, Cam Clark.
90 seconds left to go. Watertown has to leave the face-off dot at 5-on-5. Remember, if you get two face-off violations in the same set, it is the delay of game penalty. So that time, Watertown avoids that penalty with just lining up for the face-off. Stefan tried to hold it in and fanned on the one-timer. Watertown applying heavy pressure, but Cam Clark able to get this puck behind Kozlowski's net. Goes off his skate, leads to an opportunity for the Black Bears. They throw it in front of the net, bouncing around. Stefan throwing it, just misses on the far post. That would have lit the place up on fire. There are a lot of Black Bears fans up in the North Country here tonight. Shot from the point, blocked by a defender in front. Stefan over to the rebound. Across for Clark, a shot. Kozlowski made the save, maybe with a little bit of help from his mask, and he'll hang on with 49 seconds left to go here in the second period.
Good thing they wear those masks, correct, Brooks? As that one seemed to get him square in the jaw. Here's a replay. Tosto just fighting down low with Gingrich. Puck comes across, and one-time shot. Kozlowski got himself in a good position.
I think that went off of the chest and rode into the throat protector.
Ooh.
That would not feel good.
I still can't believe some goalies don't wear that throat protector.
Well, some goalies wear an elongated mask that covers their throat and not like the plexiglass one that Kozlowski's wearing right now. Thompson centering it from Kirkby off the blocker of Kozlowski right in front of the net. One of the best chances of the night for the Black Bears to get their first lead. This is delayed offsides. Kirkby can't touch it. Watertown can. They come back the other way. Weber's tied up with a man as McAnanamaw makes the save, and we have more penalties being given out here.
Well, who do you think he was tied up with, Brooks? Number 29, Tate Leeson. Right in the middle of it, Dan Weber. Looks like he bought himself a trip to the sin bin. So we'll have to see what shakes out of all of this. Only about 15 seconds to go.
So Dan Weber asked to go into the penalty box. And the penalty box door also open for Watertown as well. So a lot of penalties here in this one. Cole, you said there was 15 seconds left, so that means this penalty occurs at 19:45 of the period.
Don't take my word for it. I think there was about 15 seconds left. They're blocking the clock right now.
Door's still open for Watertown. Nobody sitting in the penalty box.
It says 19:34 on the website.
Okay, 19:34. That's okay. 9 seconds off. And the referees and the lines have been getting together to talk about this.
It just seemed to kind of develop out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you picked your head up, and there it was.
So Tyson Kirkby asked for Mathieu Boilard to skate back over towards the bench. And Tate Leeson now is skating his way back into the penalty box.
Spent quite some time there tonight, hasn't he?
We can actually add it up here in just a second as soon as I write this down. 19:34, Tate Leeson Cole, why don't you let me know what Leeson has a penalty for, and I'll count up his penalty minutes while we're waiting.
Okay, let's see if it's come through.
It didn't take me that long. It's just his third penalty of the night. So 6 minutes in total.
Out of almost 40. But it has not come through here yet, so we are still waiting on that. Oh, here we go. Dan Weber gets 2 minutes for roughing. And I'm going to assume probably the same thing for Tate Leeson. Oh, Tate Leeson gets 2 for high sticking.
Okay, so back to 4-on-4. Bond, Stone, the defenseman, Oliveri, and Kirkby, the forwards for the Black Bears. 25 seconds left to go. Here, Binghamton has scored twice, 4-on-4 here tonight, but this is an offensive zone for the Wolves. Bartlett and Kirkby line up for the circle. And are they going to ask Kirkby to leave? Bartlett asking the official to intervene. They will not. Bond over to the loose puck. Throws it across ice for Dan Stone. Thrown towards the net, blocked by Stone. Loose puck, still available, and skated away by Dakota Bond. Stick handling in a phone booth. Bond skates into the zone. A backhander that gets punched out by Kozlowski. Pinned up against the wall. 7 seconds left to go. Final chance for the Black Bears. Oliveri on the saucer pass. A shot and a save made by Kozlowski right at the horn.
Oh, wow, what a chance there as the Black Bears were just knocking on the door, but can't come away with it.
What a period for the Black Bears. They scored twice in the opening 3 minutes at 4-on-4 to tie the game up at 2 apiece. We've got a good one for you here, folks, in Game 1 of the Commissioner's Cup quarterfinal matchup. We're here from Alex Jones once again during our intermission interview. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and also run through the Columbian Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. So don't go anywhere, folks. More coming up right after these messages.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back in for another edition, folks, of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti on the call with you here tonight on YouTube. Not live from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Here at the office where we can get a video stream up on the air, have fun with the chat, and interact with you guys as well.
And a partridge in a pear tree, Brooks.
Absolutely. Cole, we're going to go a little bit out of order here. Why don't you update everybody on what's going on the out-of-town scoreboard while we get our friend Alex Jones queued up on the Intermission live line?
Well, Brooks, I would love to. So let's start where all the Black Bear fans and Wolves fans are going to be looking at the Danbury Ice Arena. It's 2-1, the Hat Tricks lead from goals from McKittrick and Ruiz. Motor City has fought back, but at the start of the third period, it's still 2-1 Danbury. Then if you head to McMorran Arena, where Port Huron and Carolina are meeting, Carolina came to make it a 2-1 game. Port Huron put it up back to 3-1, but now we stand 3-2 as their third period is within the last 5 minutes. And finally, Mississippi and Columbus. Columbus looking to close it out. They're about to start their third period as they look to end the Mississippi Seawolves season, but still plenty of time for Mississippi to come back in this one.
All right, thank you, Cole. We're going to run through that one more time before the intermission ends, but we're going to take a peek down up the road in Watertown as we have Alex Jones on the intermission live line. Alex, what did you like about that period from the Black Bears, and how are the guys responding?
Yeah, Brooks, it has been a huge response from the Black Bears. The physicality's ramped up. Actually, at the end of the period, after the commercial broke, Schmidt and Boilar dropped the mitts, got into a bit of a fight. Boilar ended up getting the majority of blows as they were separated. But, you know, you saw it in the 4-on-4 action. Colin Fitzgerald having a primary assist and the goal, really could get after it. And I think you saw some of the separation of talent, right? The Watertown Wolves have one of the best top lines in the Fest. Honestly, they do. Top to bottom, they're one of the best. However, those secondary lines for the Black Bears are so talented. Stepping with the goal and Colin Fitzgerald with the goal during that 4-on-4 period. An absolute masterclass by them. And it really showed, you know, the advantage the Black Bears have in this matchup, which is their speed and their ability to create within space. The Black Bears do a really good job on those 4-on-4s, forcing the Watertown defenders to cross over and not be able to stick with their man, which set up both goals.
Thank you, Alex. Alex Jones is joining us on the intermission live line up at the Municipal Arena. Alex, what is the crowd atmosphere like tonight? I know a lot of Binghamton fans made the trip up the road to Watertown, but I can tell that the Watertown fans also getting rowdy as well. But what's it like there in person?
Honestly, in the second period especially, it really, you could feel the energy shift. There was a lot of Let's Go Black Bears chants. They were getting loud. And after those two goals, the energy really died in the arena, except for the buzz in the black and the green. Really, you could feel that momentum changing, not only on the ice, but off the ice as well.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. We're going to talk to you post-game during the La Quinta Inn & Suites post-game show. Hopefully the Black Bears can pull this one out. We got 20 minutes at least left to go to try to settle this one, but we will talk to you again soon. Thank you for the excellent reporting, Bud, and drive home safely tonight. All right, that is the voice of Black Bears employee Alex Jones, our ringside reporter, down in Watertown here tonight. Really glad that we can do something like that and interview somebody who is actually at the game and get a sense for what is really going on.
Yeah, and it's weird to not hear a ringside reporter and hear myself be called after it, Brooks. But good job by Alex to be there. That's really cool that we're able to get the live look in. It's, you know, it's a different game down there. There's different games from levels, whether you're lower, higher, live, on screen. So it's good to see Alex.
All right, that's the voice of Cole Parenti. Big thanks again to Alex Jones calling into the show. We're here from him during the La Quinta Inn & Suites postgame show, win or lose tonight for the Black Bears. Hopefully we're pulling for a win. We're going to take a timeout, come back with the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet and more coming up right after these messages.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Don't
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Jersey, bring us the Hennies! Yeah!
All right, I got the Hennies. Out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on that.
Magic 101.7.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 101.7. 100% local.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Welcome back in, everybody. Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti with you, along with a couple of our friends from the Black Bears front office staff. And Cole, before we get to the stat sheets and go through the tail of the tape of that period, vibes are high on the Black Bears bench. We heard from Alex Jones that there was a little bit of a scuffle at the end of the period. Has anything come through on the way that that's going to be distributed?
You know, Brooks, I have not checked yet. Let me check that right now. It takes a second to load, you know. Nothing yet.
Okay.
The last thing there at 20 seconds is a save by Kozlowski on Kirkby. So I'm sure that'll be a start of the third period if there's penalties called.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. Columbia Mutual Life Insurance Company has been protecting families in the Southern Tier for over 140 years. Shots on goal, we'll start there. 19 for the Black Bears in that period for a game total of 32. Watertown on the other side only got 8. They have a game total of 20. Ice was definitely tilted in favor of Binghamton in that period. Both teams are combined 0 for 5 on power plays, though, tonight. Binghamton 0 for 3, Watertown 0 for 2. Doesn't mean we haven't had a ton of penalties, because, folks, we're starting to get to the point in the game where my sheet is filling up. And the difference, though, still remains special teams, because Binghamton scores twice, 4 on 4, within a minute span of each other. Colin Fitzgerald and Kyle Steffen doing the goal scoring for the Black Bears to answer the bell, and the reason why this game is tied up at 2.
Yeah, and 2 late additions for the Black Bears. Kyle Steffen coming over near the end of the season. Colin Fitzgerald coming over with 15 games to go. And you can see why Coach Sherwood was so excited to get these 2. They have a presence on the ice, and Colin Fitzgerald's been sensational tonight, and we expect nothing less from him. Young Star squad last year for this FPHL. Now this year he comes back, a little bit more experience, a little time in the SP, a little bit more of a veteran presence for Colin on this younger Black Bear team, so he has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yep, continually be impressed by the way that Colin Fitzgerald handled himself. He played in all 15 final games of the regular season just to be able to qualify to play in this game here tonight. Kyle Steffen, I believe, only has one more game played than him. So, guys, a late addition on the waiver wire or, out on loan or good pickups by Coach Sherwood. Finding a home here in Binghamton, both contributing. Steffen had 8 goals and 4 assists in his 16 games played, scoring a goal every other game. Fitzgerald, 2 goals and 6 assists, but both of them have a tally here tonight in the playoffs. Blake Tosto and Tyson Kirkby get primary and secondary helpers respectively on the Fitzgerald game-tying goal, and Gavin Yates and Jesse Anderson are credited with the assist for the Kyle Steffen goal. However, I believe me, you, and everybody here at the office said the same thing, that it was Fitzgerald who should be getting the primary assist, not Yates, on that first goal of the game. So we'll see if that gets corrected at the intermission. Hard to believe that goal was just at the 2-minute mark of this period. Seems like it was forever ago. We still don't have anything settled yet. We still have 20 minutes left to play at least, and somebody's got to get to 3, and I think the next goal is going to be very important here in this one.
Well, someone's got to get to 3 at least. Who knows if we're going to need more, if we're going to need more time. But like you said, Brooks, the next goal is important because you're going to set the tone. You're going to make that team play catch-up for who knows how long. It could be for the rest of the game. That's very, very important to have the tone of you're catching me. I'm not chasing you. I'm not trying to go and score and try to take the lead. You have to chase what I've done already.
That's the voice of Black Bears color commentator Cole Parenti. I'm Brooks Hill. We're taking a timeout. Come back with more on this Excite Motorsports Intermission Report right after this.
Roman Acres Veterinary Hospital is proud to announce they are now offering urgent care visits from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sundays beginning April 7th. This service is open for both clients and non-clients alike. If your pet is sick and your primary care vet isn't open, give them a call at 607-656-4285 or visit RomanAcresVet.com for more information.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks. Fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. Site Motorsports Intermission Report here. Browse, ride, and buy. Free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. You can visit them online anytime at excitemotorsports.com. Wanted to give you another update on the out-of-town scoreboard since some scores have changed since we talked to Alex at the beginning of the intermission report. So, Cole, what's going on across the FPHL here tonight? A lot of close games and one that's not really.
Well, Josh Colton has tied the game down in Danbury for the Motor City Rockers. They sit at 2-2 as they go to their second media timeout, so about 10 minutes gone there. Columbus looking to be about 14 minutes away from moving on as they take a 4-0 lead over the Seawolves. And Carolina and Port Huron, looks like that game has gone final with Port Huron taking game 1, Brooks. As it says, that's what I'm reading. It might be wrong, but I believe Port Huron has taken game 1 from the number 2 seed Carolina Thunderbirds.
Before we say anything, why don't you try to pull up a live stream from either one of those teams?
So let's see.
We can say that. We're still at commercial. So while Cole is looking that up, I want to tell you, everybody, about Ideal Bowling Center. It's where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long with money-saving specials. Ideal is a great place for family, friends, company parties, and special occasions. Ideal Bowling Center, located at 119 Jennings Street in Endicott. There's so much more than just your favorite bowling alley.
Yeah, this one is over, Brooks. It looks like the Port Huron Prowlers has taken game 1 from the Carolina Thunderbirds, 3-2. So they're going to head down to the Winston-Salem Fairground Annex.
Just needing to win one road game.
Just needing to win one game. A upset in game 1.
So Port Huron defeats Carolina in regulation time by the score of 3-2. Thunderbirds upset on the road after making the long drive to Michigan. And funny enough, those two teams, just like Danbury and Motor City, are going to play tomorrow night. There's no travel day, at least listed on the league website. And as far as I see, those two teams probably packing up after a quick shower, both getting on the bus, and they're driving on the expressway straight to Winston-Salem.
Yeah, I mean, is it ideal? No, that's not really fun, but
it's definitely not ideal.
You could sleep on the bus. At least they're going at night instead of going, during a travel. I don't know. I wouldn't want to lose my entire day traveling. At least I can sleep on the bus through the night. You've done it more than I have. I haven't done it yet, but you tell me what you would rather.
I would rather have the travel day, get some rest. But teams getting ready to make their way back out onto the ice for tonight's third period. We'll tell you all about it when we come back right after this.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back in, everybody. Black Bears YouTube getting you ready for the third period, brought to you by our friends over at the BJ's Wholesale Club, located over at the Oakdale Commons in Johnson City, not too far away from the arena, just a short drive from the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. Still signing up fans each and every day where they can save up to 25% off 7 days a week. Plus, they got cheap gas.
You love that cheap gas, Brooks.
Everybody loves cheap gas.
Well, not me. I don't have a car.
That's right. You can't drive.
I can drive. I don't like this narrative.
Well, you know what? You know how to change that narrative?
Yeah, I know.
Start driving.
You want to pay for my car, Brooks? It's not cheap. I don't make that much.
You make money here?
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
I make credits.
Doing it all for experience and reps.
And just to hang out with you, Brooks.
Ooh, that's not a good reason.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Okay, buddy. So we're going to start this period at 4-on-4. Remember, Dan Weber and Tate Leeson are in the box. Weber for roughing. Leeson for high sticking. 4-on-4 play has favored the Black Bears. And we're all square at 2 as we get ready to begin the third period.
Yeah, this is going to be a fiery one, no doubt about it. Both teams are going to come out here, and I'm sure whatever happened after the period ended or from both coaches, I'm sure that's going to energize these guys.
Don't forget, we're going to hear from Alex Jones postgame in the La Quinta Inn and Suites postgame show. Friendly reminder that the overtime rules are different in the playoffs, and the closer we get with that being a possibility, we will explain. Puck is dropped, and we are officially underway. We are 90 seconds away. And excuse me, Watertown actually has a penalty on the board. So this is a 4-on-3 power play for the Black Bears. Starting at 4-on-3, not 4-on-4. Nobody told me. Kirkby holding for the puck, trying to open up Kozlowski. Nothing doing. Doesn't panic. Plays it across the wall over to Oliveri. Bartlett marking Oliveri as he trades places with Bond at the top of the line. Feathered ahead for Kirkby, rolls right off his tape. Watertown coming away with the puck. They try to clear, and they will. McAnanama will come out of his net to set it back up all the way to the blue line where Kirkby's waiting for it. Quick re-entry for the Black Bears. Giving a nudge down. Down on a leg. Kirkby scores. Oh, no. It goes off the crossbar. Kirkby celebrated as if he scored. I almost hit the button. Hang on. It gets deflected from Bond's wrist shot at the point. Back over. Now Bond picking up the loose change. Cross-ice pass. 4-on-3, getting ready to wrap up. 25 seconds left to go. Oliveri's slap shot paddled away by Kozlowski. Held in beautifully at the line by Bond. Binghamton putting on the pressure now. Another one-timer from Kozlowski. Loose puck just thrown wide. Oliveri now settling it down. 12 seconds until a man comes out of the box. For both sides, Leeson and Weber. Back up to the point. 5 seconds left to go. Bonds, wrister, save made. Rebound, stuffed chance denied. Kozlowski fighting for the referee. Not blowing the whistle yet. It's still available. Loose puck. They score that time. It's cashed in. Dakota Bond on the power play. And the Black Bears have the lead for the first time tonight.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a series of events there. The puck being knocked down. The puck still in the crease. Justin Schmidt was in the box for the 2-minute instigator penalty he took. And Dakota Bond, the FPHL FPHL Defenseman of the Year, cashes in. And who else do you expect? I always like to say big players show up in big games, and that surely was a big game, Brooks.
It was a big moment. He didn't shy away from it. Props to the officiating staff finding the puck, saying it's loose, and it squirts all the way back out to about the tops of the circle. As you're seeing a rewind action, Bond skating in as the trail defenseman just as Weber and Leeson have been let go out of the penalty box. It's a Binghamton Black Bears goal, the third straight coming from Binghamton, and now the Black Bears have a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, Kirkby's going to get the assist on that one. What a smart play from Bond. I would have been anxious, overzealous, and shot as soon as I got it. He waited, got Kozlowski down, and beat him top shelf.
Well, that's why we're in the broadcast booth, and they're on the ice. As now the puck is thrown into the Watertown zone. Connor Smith marking a man in the form of Graspy. Graspy, cross ice, over for Lord. Instead, Tomasi kicked it forward into the offensive zone, but the Black Bears coming back the other way. Skate race for Yates. Power move. Just couldn't get it off the blocker of Kozlowski. Still controlling the rebound. Yates playing it over for Smith. Cross ice. Settled down, looking to squeeze one through the 5-hole in the second of the night for Steffen. But instead, Kozlowski knocks it away. Stone throws it towards the net. Fought off by the Watertown netminder. Held in, and they're going to say the play stays alive. Smith backhander denied. Cleared out, and just past Dan Stone at the blue line.
It was a great keep in there or by Connor Smith to knock that puck down. Dan Stone almost had it again, but no luck.
Big collision with Trevor Lord and Blake Tosto right at the blue line. Don't see an arm up in the air. And finally, a whistle is blown, the play dead. Lord seems to be shaken up a little bit, and the training staff coming out from the from the Watertown bench to take a look at Trevor Lord.
Yeah, it was a collision right there, and if you're Watertown, avert your eyes, because that is not someone you want to see down on the ice, especially this late into the game. As let's go back to that Binghamton goal once again. That goal's going to read number 4, Dakota Bond, assisted only by number 17, Tyson Kirkby, at the 1:40 mark of the third period on the power play, even though the scorebug says second period, we are in the third.
So it looks like Lord might have gotten his stick caught up in the boards, and that's what took him out. You saw Sergeyev pull it out from the dasher. The good thing for Lord and the Wolves is he's skating off on his own power with no help, and it appears to be okay for the time being. So good, always a good sign when you can skate off on your own power. This will be a good angle for us if they don't cut away. And looks like Lord will just elect to stay on the bench instead of going to the tunnel.
Hey, look who it is. It's John Brown there on the Binghamton bench. Good to see the man they call Jeets. Well, there he is again. He's kind of blocked. Oh, there he is. Love to see our Binghamton friends on the other broadcasts.
3 minutes, 3 seconds gone here in the third period, brought to you by BJ's Wholesale Club. Watertown able to throw this puck in front of their own bench into the neutral zone, or see if Watertown starts to panic, or if they just stick with their and get back to the reason why they were able to score the game's first 2 goals, as that puck is swallowed up by Kozlowski. So they're just tilt this one back over to the face-off dot, where Josh Fletcher and the third line will make their way out. So the first power play goal of the night belongs to Dakota Bond at the 1:40 mark from Tyson Kirkby. As now Stone has a wrister snared by Kozlowski. We're reset and do it all again.
Well, that one must have hit something on the way because it rode up high on Kozlowski. Tough shot, but he comes away with it. Brooks, I look at the out-of-town scoreboard during the period. Down in Danbury, there's only 2 minutes to go. They're still tied, so looking for a crazy finish in the ice arena.
Only 2 minutes, you said?
Only 2 minutes to go. I don't know.
How
our
did that
game is so behind. We started like 7:45. They started like 7:30 on the dot.
Good for them.
It's the
I'm excited Danbury can start a game on time.
Yeah, it was the first time I've seen it.
Puck just gets past the blue lines. It's knocked right back on in. We'll have Cole update us on the out-of-town scoreboard throughout the night here as Binghamton touches up once again. Still delayed offsides as the winger, Josh Fletcher, on the far side, couldn't get back across the line in time. Graspy holding for a shot. McAnanamaw got a piece of it. Back up towards the blue line, off the skate of the Watertown defender. And Pavlov retreating into his own end to pick up that loose puck. Good bounce back save there from McAnanamaw, who after the first period goal hasn't seen too much action.
Yeah, but in the action he has seen, he has been nothing but steady for the Black Bears, and good hockey starts with your goaltender on the back end when you feel protected enough to take chances.
Stuff chance denied by the Watertown defense. Kozlowski didn't have to make a play on that one. Grasby playing it over for Pavlov on the right wing side. Watertown's in the process of changing. Out comes Leeson. He's camped out in front of the net. Binghamton tries to clear. First opportunity denied. This one knocked down about a midair. Gingrich, Arister, well wide of the target. And Tomasi back up to the blue line. Fired once again. Loose puck. Mad dash in front of the blue paint. And cleared by the Black Bears. It goes off of the ceiling, though, so that does result in a stoppage of play with 15:23 left to go here in the third period.
Well, that's a new one for me, Brooks. I would be afraid it would break a light. You see all the lights there in Watertown, kind of like in the movies with the baseball hitting the lights. I would be nervous about the sparks flying. Although the Black Bears like it when sparks go off, don't they?
Sometimes. Remember last year when we saw the video board get hit twice in one weekend?
Do you get my sparks joke?
I do.
That's the goal song.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Everybody in the chat got it too.
I didn't know if you did.
All right, let's carry on here as face-off one back into the corner. Black Bears trying to get this puck out. Gavin Yates reversing it around, takes a hit from Ross Bartlett. Able to make the play, though. Black Bears able to skate this puck out past the blue line. Don't maintain possession, though, as it gets right back to Watertown. This one goes the length of the ice. Linesman says play on, everybody, as it was touched on the way through. Weber reversing it around in front of the Black Bears bench. And out comes Binghamton through the middle of the ice. Yates cutting through. Nifty little move. Lost a handle on it. Stuff chance from Steffen. And a pad save made by Kozlowski. Now Watertown saucering the puck over to the far side. Mercurio one-on-one with Fitzgerald. Pass went behind him. And Mercurio will go off for a line change. Mercurio can fly, but that time the pass behind him and nullifies his scoring opportunity as the Black Bears just chop this one back in. 14:30 left to go here in the third period. Grasby gets to the red line, dumps it in for Bond. He's the difference maker so far in this one. Still a long way to go to the finish. Oliveri ahead for Thompson. Plays on sides now. Kirkby reversing it down low for the second-year player. Thompson thrown down to the ice legally. Oliveri, though, to the loose puck. Oliveri using his stick handling capability to shield his man away from the puck. Stone holds it in on the turnaround bid from Oliveri. And Thompson overskates this one. Grasby able to softly glide this one. Lord wasn't looking for it, though. Somebody lost a stick in the process. I believe it's a Watertown player. Cleared but not out. Stone pinches in and then give him back to the Wolves. One-on-one. Tomasi now joining the play, make it 2-on-2. Lord out wide. Turn around, throwing it towards the net, hoping something in the mixer will redirect onto the frame. And it one-hops over to Kozlowski as Kirkby puts it on target in the process of a line change now for the Black Bears. Kirkby gets off for a fresh body. Watertown out wide. Gamzatov run into by Fitzgerald and no quarter given, but we have a stoppage of play. 13:19 left to go here in the Watertown Municipal Arena, third period. Back with you, folks, after these messages.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti, and the entire YouTube chat hanging on with us here tonight as we drift closer past the 10 o'clock hour. Cole, looks like we have an update on the out-of-town scoreboard. What's going on at the DIA?
Well, Danbury and Motor City are heading to overtime. A little different than what we are used to seeing. They're going to go off to the locker room for a usual intermission because it's a whole nother period, Brooks, but we're back in action here as the Wolves win the draw. It's thrown back by Black. Behind the Watertown net, or the Binghamton net, I should say. And Brooks, that's why you're better at this than I am.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, I just wanted to hear you say that.
No, other people would.
Oh,
13 minutes left to go here in the third period now. Binghamton takes away a puck in front of their Watertown bench. Now Logar trying to find it with Fletcher. Gets blocked on the way through. Fitzgerald's wrist shot hit Logar, friendly fire, and couldn't find the rebound in time. Loose puck goes off the backside of the netting where Pavlov cuts in front of his own netminder, able to get it out into the neutral zone. Here come the Wolves. Bartlett run into partially by Jesse Anderson. Gets it ahead to Jacob Black. Puck behind the Watertown net. No, check that. Binghamton net. Or a shot caught by McAnanama with 12:29 left to go. And looks like we got a little scuffle here between Gamzatov and Jesse Anderson. Gamzatov playing 4 games early on in the season this year with the Black Bears, but a vast majority with the Wolves since he was picked up on the wire.
Yeah, and I've been happy to see Gammer get himself another opportunity with the Wolves. He's had a real strong season. He was a really good guy when he was here, but him and Jesse Anderson having some words for each other, but, doesn't look like anything more is going to come of it. But, 12:29 to go. Binghamton hoping they're not heading to the same fate as the Danbury Hat-Tricks and heading to overtime. I don't think my heart can take overtime hockey. Anytime any hockey goes to overtime in the playoffs, I get too nervous, Brooks.
It would be something to cross off the broadcasting bucket list. A playoff overtime game. I have not done one. Rob Lapolis did plenty of them in the first season with the Black Bears.
And you know who scored the one here in Visions Veteran Memorial Arena, the only playoff overtime game here?
Tyson Kirkby.
Correct.
I did my homework.
At least one of us did.
Yep.
Took the joke before you get to it, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Self-deprecating humor is the best kind of humor, Cole. Never forget that.
That's what I always say.
So Kyle Steffen lining up against Ross Bartlett. It looks like Boylar has returned from his fighting major. Seeing him on the ice for the first time here in the third period. Loose puck. It bounced right in front of McAnanama, and he was ready for it. So that takes 2 seconds off the clock for a reset. Do it all again. McAnanama on his toes, ready for that one as it pinballed around in front of his crease.
Yeah, and you got to be ready. You've only seen 21 shots. You can't sleep. You got to make sure you have your head up and ready for anything coming at you.
So the Black Bears able to get this puck out of their own end. They get it ahead to Steffen. He crosses over with Yates, left the puck behind. And a shot is Kozlowski. Squeezes the legs tightly from the blue line, making sure that one doesn't squeak through the 5-hole. And a lot of whistles here in this quick little span here, approaching the 12-minute mark of the period. And I'm starting to see why the Danbury Motor City game is already at overtime, and we have 12 minutes left to go.
I think they started earlier than us, too. I think there were some more pregame festivities up in the North Country than there were down in Danbury.
Well, don't forget, folks, Game 2 tomorrow night. There will be a pregame ceremony honoring all of the award recipients from the Black Bears organization, taking place instead of a ceremonial puck drop. As Thompson turns it around, trying to get it ahead for Kirkby. Power move to the net just outside the post. Whistle blows, and I believe the net has come off of its pegs oh so slightly, and they're just reset them and get them ready. So take a look at this Heinz Energy replay. Kirkby getting around Lord and just maybe losing his edge at the last second there. Face off to the right of Kozlowski. Tickets available for tomorrow night by calling the office 607-722-7367. Tomorrow morning starting at 10 a.m. as that puck is wristed from the blue line and caught by Kozlowski. Or you can buy tickets any time of day at BinghamtonBlackBears.com/tickets with our good friends over at Ticketmaster.
And as much as we want you to listen to our broadcast, because me being a narcissist, I love when people listen to me, you're not going to want to miss this game at the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena. It's a different atmosphere, and then when it's playoffs, it's even better.
And also, doing the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show by themselves tomorrow, Cole and Alex. So very big pregame show with the pregame ceremony that Cole and Alex will be hosting for the first time this season, and I'm very excited for that.
Why won't you be there, Brooks?
Got plans.
Oh.
11:30 left to go here as Watertown throws the puck in. It gets deflected off a Black Bears skate as Boylar reversing it around. Good to see Boylar still out there on the ice. Watertown holds it in. They got a man down low in Jacob Black. It gets poked out into the neutral zone, And Watertown will have to touch up as they had a man all the way down by the Black Bears net. As Gingrich now starting the breakout, he's marked by Austin Thompson. Pavlov was able to get a hand on that one. Stopped in front of the icing line, Dan Weber. Stick handling around one player, Watertown still offsides. As we apologize for the delay here, and there we go, we're right back, Gratzby. Coming back here in this one, Cole has an out-of-town scoreboard update for us here in just a little bit. Oliveri from in front of the red line puts one on target. That Kozlowski says, hold on. Let's think twice about this one. Cole, what is going on down in Georgia?
Well, down in Georgia, it looks as though the Mississippi Seawolves season is coming to an end. They trail the Columbus River Dragons, the FPHL regular season champions, 8-0 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the third. So I would safely say that Columbus is going to move on here.
Would not be a high-risk bet. 10 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here. Watertown looking for the equalizer. They start with the puck behind their own net. Gratzby, I feel like I've said his name 1,000 times tonight. Feel like he doesn't come off the ice as Binghamton crosses over the line. Tosto now trying to find Cameron Clark. It bounces on the backhand, and Clark taken down just to the right side of the goalpost. Binghamton doing an excellent job of keeping this puck in, making life difficult for Watertown to clear. Back up to the blue line, held in. Stefan, a shot, hit a defender on the way through. They have a man out in front of one-timer, fanned on, and finally, the Wolves able to push the puck out. No, check that. Got ahead of myself. Tosto taken down by Gratzby. Binghamton, unrelenting pressure on the forecheck, is finally coming to an end as Watertown gets the puck out of their own end. What a shift by that third line.
Yeah, they kept that puck in the other end of the ice, tiring out the Wolves, and that's going to come in handy with Stefan streaking.
Rebound, scored. Stefan, the initial shot, cashed in. Black Bears lead by 2. Gavin Yates crashing to the net. Binghamton by a pair.
Yeah, Gavin Yates just kept crashing, kept going, and he's able to tap it home. Binghamton doubles their lead. They have the 2-goal lead tonight now. First time tonight that they have been able to get a multi-goal lead. Kozlowski leaves that rebound right in the slot. Gavin Yates says, thank you very much, sir. And Binghamton, 9 minutes and 26 seconds away from taking game 1.
So, at the next whistle following a goal, if we have another one, we'll have a media timeout. Both teams will have an opportunity to recollect their thoughts. Binghamton now up to 40 shots on goal. They have not taken their foot off of the gas since the second period. It's 4 unanswered, and we do have a whistle right here as Lord and Anderson with a little bit of a tie-up with each other. It looks like we have a penalty coming up. The referee with their arm up in the air. Gingrich and Kirkby getting acquainted with each other, and we'll see if anything else is going to come of this. So we learned our lesson last time before the intermission. We'll stay here until that 90 seconds gets up on the big board, signaling a media timeout. So it looks like they're going to send Gingrich to the penalty box for Watertown and Anderson to the box for Binghamton.
I think Watertown was heading to the power play. I don't know if they just gave it right back, but look, Kirkby's going to go too, so I think we're going to have a Watertown power play when we return, Brooks.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us here tonight. 9:11 left to go here in the third period. Back with you with the Black Bears on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill after these messages.
Jersey, bring us the Hennies! Yeah!
All right, I got the Hennies. Toss me out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah.
I have one on that.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here on the call on YouTube. I have 4 spots left in my penalty column. Here, Cole, put the camera on real quick. This is what a broadcaster score sheet looks like.
You might have to get up. You want me to get up and show them?
I was waiting for Bob. Maybe Bobby will come
Yeah.
back here soon. This column right here is all of the penalties that we've seen here tonight. We have 4 spots left to go. I believe our good friend Bobby, who is keeping an eye on the chat with us tonight, stepped out to go to the bathroom very quickly, which is okay. Wish I could do that. 9 minutes, 11 seconds left to go, Cole, but a Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill for the Black Bears coming up with Anderson and Kirkby both in the box. Gingrich from Watertown is joining them.
Yeah, they're going to have to be strong here. Don't know what the penalty is just yet. Waiting for it to come through, but Binghamton, this is the biggest kill of the game so far.
10:49 is time of all the penalties. Binghamton trying to take some shorthanded, and it looks like Stefan might be headed to the penalty box as well. So Watertown might be on a 5-on-3 coming up.
A long one at that, Brooks. It would be a minute.
Oh, I see. Oh, they're getting 2 guys. So players each. So now we're down to 2 spots left. So Stefan from Binghamton.
And Kirkby just pulled him into the box. Oh, it was Anderson. Anderson saw him talking and just pulled him. Said, come on.
So, see how this is sorted out. Could be Watertown just staying on their 3rd power play of the night.
Well, the first penalty is Kirkby for elbowing at 10:49. So that's why Watertown was on the power play.
Okay. I just misspelled elbow. That's nice. All right, go ahead. What's the next one?
Next one was Lincoln Gingrich for roughing at 10:49. So those 2 come at the same time. That's why I'm going to guess Jesse Anderson's also going to get 2 for roughing. Correct. Jesse Anderson gets 2 minutes for roughing as well.
Okay.
And now we're just waiting on Stefan and the other Wolf. I believe those are both going to be tripping.
So, face-off one back by Watertown. The penalty box is filling up with Black Bears players. Kirkby, perhaps the best penalty killer on the team, along with defenseman Jesse Anderson and forward Kyle Stefan. Actually, Kirkby and Stefan have been playing with each other the entire year. Power move to the front. Nice cut in half by the Black Bears defense as Watertown trying to go and cut the lead in half. Binghamton able just to get this puck down deep. We're going to stay at a traditional 5-on-4 power play for the next 70 seconds, and then we're going to go back to 5-on-5. Leeson dropping it back for Mercurio, who crosses over the line. Mercurio into the corner, spins around, and he's pinned up against the wall, I believe, by Stone.
Yeah, both Trevor Grasby and Kyle Stefan getting tripping at 11:06, Brooks.
Okay. So matching tripping calls. You don't see that happen too often at 11:06. Thank you, Cole. Watertown holds the puck in. Trevor Lord, time and space, not panicking. Plenty of time left to go here, under 8 minutes left. Another delayed penalty going against the Black Bears. Lord fires a shot. McAnanima made the save. He's fighting for the rebound, and the play is finally blown dead.
So it looks like we're going to get 5-on-3 time here for 34 seconds. That's a lot of time to work with, Brooks.
Yeah, absolutely. As Austin Thompson now headed to the penalty box, and there are 4 Black Bears players sitting down in the sin bin. Another tripping call against Binghamton, and we're going to ask our friend Bobby if he can go to the camera real quick and do a quick zoom in for us on the scorebook just to show everybody what it looks like.
He's making his way to the camera, Brooks.
That's good. We appreciate that. So, time of the last penalty is 12:15.
Thompson for tripping.
And next time we have a whistle, we're going to show everybody what a filled-up penalty sheet looks like here. 5-on-3 time. is slapped down the length of the ice for the Black Bears. Watertown will have one more rush to break into the offensive zone. Weber playing up high, gets off for a line change. Tomasi will drop it back to Dabari. Now Flanagan playing it down low, 5 seconds left to go, and one player's coming out of the penalty box. One-timer, blocked. Man returns, it's Tyson Kirkby. He soccer styles it, but not out of the zone. It hits a stick on the way through, hit Kirkby's stick actually, and now the Black Bears are going to come short-handed. Kirkby throws it on ahead for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald knows better than to chase after this puck as a defenseman. Kirkby can just take time off the clock, pinning it up against the wall. Dan Weber, I believe, is taking this shift as a forward, killing this penalty on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. Out comes Dabari. Dabari with a little head fake trying to get some separation around Fitzgerald. Circles around the net. Tomasi holding for a wrist shot wide on the blocker's side. Back up to the line where Pavlov has plenty of time to settle it down. Now Mercurio down low for Watertown, trying to claw their way back into this one. Now Mercurio, top of the umbrella, holding for a wrist shot, blocked on the way through. Fitzgerald tries to slap it out. Rebound, absorbed by McAnanamaw, but couldn't corral it. Loose puck, Mercurio could not hold it in and sit down the length of the ice. Perhaps the best save of the night from McAnanamaw right there, keeping the Black Bears up by a pair of goals. 6 minutes left to go in the game. 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Leeson cuts through the middle of the ice. A shot snared by McAnanamaw. 5:57 left to go. So, Bobby, if you want to do me a favor here, zoom in, not on the face, but on the scorebook. And we're going to try to get it to focus. This column right here, folks, all the green and the blue writing, those are all of the penalties that have occurred here in tonight's game. I did mess up one time right here, but we have one lone spot down here at the bottom. Starting to look like a Binghamton-Danbury game here in this one. So, thank you, Bobby. We appreciate that, as always. Excellent work on the pan out. That's pretty good work.
I think you were just proud of yourself for all the penalties you were able to get down there, Brooks, weren't you?
No. Excellent camera work from Bobby Gross hanging out with us here tonight, also manning the YouTube chat as well. Cole, while Bobby's manning the camera and we have this momentary pause in the action, what's going on chat-wise?
Well, in the chat, Brooks, everyone was, excited about the Black Bears taking the lead. Obviously, most people did seem to love the rally chair, but as of lately, let's see what they're saying. Let me pull it up real quick. You know what, I'll have to get it next whistle, Brooks, because having a bit of trouble pulling things up with the Wi-Fi. Go figure here.
So we get a good look right here at Coach Sherwood getting an explanation from Steve Cook. Can't say I know what about. And looks like Brant has gotten a sufficient answer, and Kirkby will go out for the face-off. 12 seconds left to go on the 5-on-4 power play for Watertown. Watertown is 0 for 3 on the night, 12 seconds away from going 0 for 4. One back, though, by the Wolves. They still have a final chance. Mercurio out in front. McAnanamaw got his glove on top of it. Almost a loosey-goosey play right there as McAnanamaw just put his traffic mitt on top, covered it up, but his left leg was holding the post. And 6 seconds left to go on the man advantage until Jesse Anderson comes out of the penalty box.
Never like to see those loosey-goosey goalie plays. They make you nervous.
That they do. Binghamton clears, and everybody, actually not everybody because we have matching roughing calls. They have to wait for the next whistle to come out of the box. But we're back to 5-on-5 hockey the way the game was designed. Now Mercurio stripped to the puck at the center ice line. Oliveri, though, gave it back, and Mercurio skates in one-on-one against Stone, who lost his edge. Now Bartlett trying to use his speed as a weapon, trying to dance around Stone. Stone FIFAs that one up to the blue line. Binghamton pokes it out to the red, and a quick re-entry by the Wolves. Mercurio, a wrist shot, blocked by the defender in front of the net. Oliveri just throws that puck out of the zone, tries to gain to the red line, and dumped back down to Kozlowski. 5 minutes left to go here in regulation time. Black Bears lead by a pair of goals, 4-2 up in the North Country on the road in Game 1 of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Yates taken down at the red line. Binghamton bench looking for a call, none provided. Instead, Lord chasing the puck over on the far side of your screen. This one's whacked at, back out into the neutral zone. Watertown looking up at the clock as this one gets deflected into the netting. No, they're going to say play on. Stefan was calling for the linesman to intervene. That works out for the Black Bears. Take the time off the clock. The clock is Binghamton's friend right now. Have to start wondering, when does Coach Verbeek send the door open for Kozlowski down by a pair of goals here? 4:20 left to go here. That's tomorrow's date as well. Puck jumps ahead. Lord intercepts, though. Loose puck corralled by Fitzgerald, keeping it away from McAnanimov. 4-on-3 for the Black Bears if they hurry. Fitzgerald will just elect to dump it in. Kozlowski plays the puck. Smith throws it towards the blue net. Poked away by Watertown. Binghamton on delayed offsides will touch up.
Yeah, and the Black Bears getting set here as Watertown breaks out of their own end. Black over the blue line. Can't get anything working. They'll have to double back.
Yeah, Binghamton doing a good job since that first period of standing up in the blue line and not giving Watertown any real estate. They've scored 4 unanswered. Graspy a shot, looking to get back in this one and put the end of the Binghamton run with 3:33 left to go. Looks like that puck hit the netting and fell right back down to the ice surface. So 3:30 left to go here. We will take our final timeout of the period. Back with you after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti on the call here tonight. While we are trying to wrap up this one, Danbury and Motor City have started the overtime period. They are trying to play to 3. They are tied at 2-2, about 3 minutes gone in the overtime period at the Danbury Ice Arena. Binghamton with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in this one, trying to hold on for a 4-2 Game 1 victory on the road.
Yeah, and Binghamton in a much better spot than Motor City and Danbury. Time is their friend. Motor City and Danbury, anytime the puck comes into your end, you're going to be terrified.
So Tyson Kirkby lining up to take this face-off draw. Oliveri cannot get the puck out on the first try. Second opportunity will scoop past the Watertown defenders, trying to count the Watertown players on the ice. Since we're not there, we're going to have to rely on seeing 6 players on the ice and the Watertown feed to tell us if Watertown has the net empty. Gobo able to get that one deep for temporarily. Thompson back out. The net is empty. Shot just goes wide. Thompson's going to chase after it. And I don't know if the Black Bears were offsides. Imperio, the linesman, was pointing back towards the blue line, but nothing there. Net is empty. That's the greatest view for the Black Bears fans as this puck gets held onto by McAnanimov, holding for a whistle for Watertown. I believe this might be offsides, though, in the process.
Offsides, probably going to see Spencer Kozlowski return to his goal. And now it looks as though, actually, it looks like it's going to come back to the Binghamton end, so we'll have to see what goes on here, whether they pull Kozlowski. I think Watertown has just used their timeout.
So we'll see if the two sides huddle up, the referee and the linesman talking with each other, and it looks like they're going to bring this face-off in to the center ice face-off dot. While we have this momentary stoppage of play, wanted to let everybody know that selected and limited Whalers apparel is back in stock for tomorrow night's game. Only sweatshirts and T-shirts will be available on the concourse. So go ahead, come early, grab your tickets, BinghamtonBlackBears.com/tickets, as Kozlowski makes a break towards the bench for his vacated spot once again. Big shout out to our friends over at Worldwide Sports Supply in Muckles, getting that gear rushed over towards us in time for at least one more playoff game at home. Hopefully, it's a lot more. Gradsby throws one to the net. Leeson has his stick impeded with. He can't believe it. And this is shot down the length of the ice. Oliveri to the rebound. It's chipped up high. How did that not go into the net? Gradsby sealed Oliveri away. Puck stays in play. If Leeson isn't so concerned about not getting the penalty call and gets to his stick quickly, he probably has a chance right on the doorstep right there. 2 minutes left to go. Aerial flip towards the empty net. Couldn't get there. Watertown still alive as Lord crosses over the line, dumping the puck into the far side. Bond over on the wall looking for his second of the night. Couldn't get it there. Stolen away by Watertown. Ends up behind the net. They try a stuff chance. Net comes up off the ice, and we have a stoppage. 1:41 left to go here in the third period.
Just over 100 seconds to go here in Binghamton. So close to putting the icing on this cake as they were that close to hitting the empty net, Brooks. Oh, man, I'm sure Don Oliveri is going to see that in his nightmares.
Crowd coming alive at the Watertown Municipal Arena. A little bit of gamesmanship, I think, from McAnanamaw, taking the time while the net was being adjusted to also adjust his helmet. Maybe make that delay a little bit shorter or a little bit longer. And it looks like we have a timeout. Watertown calls timeout with 1:41 left to go here in the third period. They're down by a pair. But Cole, ever since the first period, 4 unanswered goals by the Black Bears. 2 at 4-on-4, 1 on the power play by Dakota Bond, 4-on-3, and an even strength goal by Gavin Yates from Kyle Steffen.
Yeah, it just looked like they needed to get their legs under them for playoff hockey, get their jump. Watertown caught them by surprise, and then Binghamton came all the way back, doubled the lead after that, and that's where we sit here, 4-2, with only 100 or so seconds to go from a Game 1 victory, once again up in the North Country.
A big opportunity here for the Black Bears to take Game 1 on the road and have a lead in the series. They have lost 3 times this year up in Watertown. It's been the place where they've lost the most out of anywhere in the FPHL.
Yeah, but when it comes to playoffs in franchise history, they've never lost in the Watertown arena. They've only lost in one arena, and that's the Danbury one.
So 1:41 left to go here. Danbury and Motor City at the 13:45 mark of their game, still looking for a goal. As this face-off one back, net is empty. A one-timer from Leeson, never made it to McAnanamaw. Black couldn't corral it. Thompson elevates it on the backhand. This one shot down. It gets past Gradsby. This is way off target. Does it make the line? No, it hits the corner, and the clock will continue to run. Watertown going to have to go 200 feet for this one. A breakout started all the way behind the net. They cross over. Fitzgerald could not get the puck deep. Binghamton trying to get the puck back out. They will. This one will not have enough to make it towards the net. 70 seconds left to go here. Binghamton, 4 unanswered goals in this one. It's chopped ahead, goes into the net, I believe, or it's icing, one or the other. 64 seconds left to go. Binghamton, 4 unanswered goals from the 2:14 mark of the second period. All started with Kyle Steffen, followed up by Fitzgerald, Bond, and Yates, the goal scorers tonight for the guys in black.
Up to 40 shots on goal only to Watertown's 24, so Binghamton's offense has been rolling ever since that first period came to an end.
Offensive zone draw for the Black Bears. Kirby will take it with Steffen. A couple of defensive forwards out there, and right off the draw, Kirby going with that cheeky face-off play. Trying to throw it on target immediately. Takes 3 seconds off the clock, and Watertown would be allowed to change if they would like to.
I'm sure they have who they want on the ice. I'm not sure that these guys are going to be coming off for the final 1 minute or even the final 5 minutes when they were first put out there.
So Kirkby, Steffen, and I would love to see if it was Josh Fletcher on the other side, the 3 centermen. I believe it's Oliveri, though. Defensive-minded forwards, or forwards who play a great two-way game. Kirkby will lose that draw. Watertown, though, holds on to the puck. Kirkby, a wrister, just wide of the target. Looking for one more goal to go against Kozlowski. Watertown able to get it out, far side. Thompson takes a look around. With his head, gets it ahead to Steffen. Net still at least held on to for the occupied for the second. That's the word I was looking for. Now it becomes vacated. Watertown crosses over the line, just barely onside. Lord dropped the puck behind for Gratzby. 30 seconds left to go. Watertown has to hurry. They need a pair. Lord fires a wrister, goes off the glass, and then knocked in, and that's going to draw a crowd from Tate Leeson. Oh, and then he just baseball batted somebody. Oh, goodness, that's going to have tempers flare with 26 seconds left to go. McAnanamaw didn't like Leeson taking an extra whack at that loose puck. And a swarm of Bears quickly defending their goaltender.
Isn't it a pack of bears? Is that what it's called? No, it's
that.
right? Pack?
A pack.
Well, that's a wolf pack, so that's definitely not what we're looking at. It's
interchangeable.
Yeah. No, bears don't really seem to roam together. Maybe it just seems like there's usually just one bear.
We're going to have to table that discussion for tomorrow.
This is what we get into in the final minute.
So I believe there are penalties on both sides, which means my penalty book has filled up for the night. And Thompson is in the box once again for the Black Bears. And it looks like Leeson is joining him as well. Well, if I wouldn't have messed up, that would have been a good spot to end it. But now I am fighting for space in my own book with 26 seconds left to go. Looks like this face-off is going to move into the Watertown end, and everything from this point forward will just be a formality. Time of these penalties will be 19:34. One against Austin Thompson, one against Tate Leeson.
Leeson gets 2 for slashing Brooks at 19:34.
Okay, so I did see that. I saw him swing his stick. And what did Thompson get?
Didn't come through yet.
Okay.
All I have is Leeson.
So don't forget, folks, we're going to hear from Alex Jones on the La Quinta Inn & Suites post-game show.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for Austin Thompson.
Okay. So Austin Thompson has 2 penalties in the third period here tonight. That's Leeson's 4th penalty of the night as well.
And if you want to look at a reason for the Wolves' demise, you can look at that. Their top goal scorer spending 8 minutes in the box.
So Bond passing it around. Binghamton doesn't need to go towards the net if they want to. They can play keep away with a man extra on the ice right now. It is a Henny Hard Seltzer power play, though, for the Black Bears. 10 seconds left to go. Kirkby will slap it around. Maybe looking for the final one. This one's shot down the length of the ice. It's not going to matter. McAnanamaw will put it right back towards the Watertown net, and that is going to be the end of the game here tonight. Binghamton wins Game 1 of the Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals against the Watertown Wolves by a final score of 4-2. They rally back. The chair stays undefeated, and it's not going anywhere, folks. Binghamton wins by a pair, and Binghamton has an opportunity to clinch the series on home ice tomorrow night. We're going to take a timeout. Come back with the La Quinta Inn & Suites post-game show. Tie a bow up on this one. Get you ready for tomorrow night. Back with you after these messages right here on YouTube.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Am I on?
Yep, you're on.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Parenti. Storm back as the rally chair stays undefeated on the season. It's only in big moments, folks. And tonight, Binghamton needed a big moment. And Cole, they got it during that special team sequence when they were playing 4-on-4 early in the second period. They score 4 unanswered after going down 2-0. And a lot of people left wondering, oh, things might not be looking so good for the Black Bears. They settle into their game, settle into the Municipal Arena, and they storm back. They score 2 even-strength goals, both 4-on-4, a power play goal 4-on-3, and the only 5-on-5 goal comes at the 10:34 mark from Gavin Yates, following up a shot from Kyle Steffen.
Yeah, and I'm sure that people were nervous. I was nervous, Brooks. I'm not going to lie to you. Definitely was a little nerve-wracking there at the beginning, but the Black Bears show why they're top in this league. They battled back, and what else is there to say but one up on the Wolves, looking to close it out tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Now they have that opportunity that it wouldn't have been that way after the first 20 minutes. Let's get into the stat sheet brought to you by our friends over at Columbia Mutual Life Insurance Company. Binghamton scores twice in the third period, and second period for that matter. Funny enough, every period saw one team score 2 goals and the other team not score any. Binghamton got 4 in the second and third. Watertown got the first 2 in the opening 20. Shots on goal in the third period, 15 for Binghamton. Game total of 47. Watertown, 8 in the third period. Game total of 28. In the second and third period, which really tells the story for the Black Bears, Binghamton outshoots Watertown 34-16.
Yeah, and it was just a strong team that rallied behind that first period, rallied behind their goaltender and their coach, and they showed, like I said, why they are so feared in this playoff and why the Black Bears are one of the favorites to take home the Commissioner Cup.
Final count of power plays for tonight. Technically, Binghamton did not score on that final power play that they had in the last 20 seconds. So they do finish the night 1 for 5. They score on the fourth one. It was Dakota Bond getting the power play goal. Watertown does not score on the man advantage tonight. They finished the game 0 for 4. Cole, I know we have a game still going on. Has there been an update yet? And under 10 minutes left to go in the first overtime period between Danbury and Motor City. Nobody finding the back of the net in that one. And Cole, while we have the opportunity here on the Kinkta Inn and Suites postgame show, while we're waiting for Alex to call in, get to a quiet place, tell us what is going on the out-of-town scoreboard.
Well, the only game still going on right now is Danbury and Motor City, as they are in overtime. Like you said, under 10 minutes to go. Columbus defeats Mississippi 8-0, eliminating them, ending their season. And as we mentioned, the Port Huron Prowlers took game 1 from Carolina. So the only game still going is this Motor City Danbury game.
Well, I had 2 people text me while this was going on. A pack of bears is called a sleuth. Heard that from my friend Brittany and our athletic trainer Elise as well. So excellent job by those 2 women staying on top of the broadcast. And thank you guys for tuning in all night long. Here, we know it's not ideal not being up in Watertown without any game audio. I still had a ton of fun, Cole. What about you?
I did too. I'm just surprised it wasn't Bob Howard who sent you a text saying it was a sleuth of bears.
He's more on the stats kind of thing, not
he
the
seems like a Swiss
terms.
Army knife all around to me.
Well, we appreciate him covering the Black Bears all year long. And oh goodness, I thought Danbury just won the game in overtime. An excellent move. This one might be headed to double overtime. Everybody at the DIA is standing up, nobody sitting down, just like the way it's going to be tomorrow night in Binghamton. Waiting for the 3 stars to come in from our game, brought to you by our friends over at Rocco J. Testani Budweiser. Have to believe that they should be coming all from the Black Bears the way that this game finished out. And here tonight, and we don't have, oh, yes we do. Cole a little trigger happy. And okay, so we have the 3 stars of tonight's game. Cole, why don't you go ahead and read those through, everybody?
Well, the 3rd star from the Watertown Wolves with 1 goal is Michael Mercurio. 2nd star from the Black Bears with 2 assists, Tyson Kirkby. And the 1st star from your Binghamton Black Bears with 1 goal, number 20, Kyle Steffen.
So Kyle Steffen got the 1st goal of the game, also had an assist on the Gavin Yates goal as well. Named the 1st star for the first time this season for the Black Bears. No time like the present to get involved in the postseason. So Steffen and Kirkby, your 1st and 2nd stars. Mercurio from the Wolves, the 3rd star of the game from Watertown. That is going to just about do it. I'm going to try to get Alex Jones here on the line. I think I might have to call him And we will see if we can get a live reaction from the Watertown Municipal Arena here on the line. And while we're waiting for Alex to pick up the phone, Cole, let's get your final thoughts here on tonight's game.
My final thoughts were the Black Bears showed their persistence, showed that they could battle back, weathered the storm, and put up the big offensive numbers that we know that they can do. And they're going to, looks like they're hitting their stride right at the right time, Brooks. They had that little bit of a dip when they went to those 2 straight games at Watertown, and now it looks like they're just going up and up and up until the final peak.
Okay, looks like Alex is calling in, so we're going to get that set up really quickly here. So I have to reconnect the Bluetooth very quickly for Alex. Cole, update everybody on the other games going on in the FPHL. We know that Danbury and Motor City are in overtime, but what happened earlier tonight?
Well, what happened earlier was Port Huron defeated the Carolina Thunderbirds in Port Huron by a final score of 3-2, so they take game 1. Our game ended 4-2 with the Black Bears taking game 1, and Mississippi becomes the first casualty of the playoffs. Their season ends as Columbus defeats them 8-0.
All right, we have Alex Jones on the live line from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Alex, how's it going up in the North Country?
Oh, it's doing great up here in the North Country. Boys are, it was a gutsy win, Brooks, but the team put it together. I'm outside the locker room right now. Here's music in the background. It was a rough and tumble performance for the Black Bears. Found a way to win. That's what they've been doing all season, finding ways to win. 4 unanswered goals in a playoff game is absolutely insane. It really is. It's absolutely insane. And for the team to come out there and do that, show that kind of heart and resiliency, it really was. It shows what the Black Bears are all about.
Absolutely. We were talking, myself and Cole, just a second ago about the way that the team stormed back, and even though things weren't going their way after 20 minutes, they really settled in, finding their way in the second and third period. Special teams being a big factor tonight. Binghamton scores twice, 4-on-4, and 1 time on the power play. Only 1 even-strength goal for Binghamton tonight, though. But everybody lifting their weight. The third line had an excellent shift in the third period that just continued to keep the puck in. Watertown had to fight and claw for every inch of ice out there tonight. And I know that a lot of the Binghamton faithful who made the trip up to Watertown are going to go home happy tonight, Alex.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. It really was, as you said, a huge special teams performance for the Black Bears. They did an excellent job in the power play as well as on the 4-on-4, scoring a majority, if not all, their points in those situations. And you know what? Taking advantage of Watertown and making some serious mental mistakes. You know what? You have to commend this Coach Sherwood's club with their. They really stepped up their performance, came out during those special teams periods, and got it together and put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. And you know what? Now it's back to a 0-0 series. I know the guys are looking forward to tomorrow. A lot of fans, if you guys haven't got your tickets already or listened to the broadcast, make sure you're calling in. We're getting low on tickets already. Brooks, just looking at the arena, it's going to be a big, raucous crowd tomorrow.
All right. Yes, it is, Alex. We thank you for being our ringside correspondent all night long from Watertown. Drive home safely, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show as well.
Hey, thanks so much, Brooks. I'll try to get home safe. Everybody in Binghamton, have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Alex, for once again filling in all night long for us as a ringside correspondent up at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Black Bears win by a final score of 4-2. And we're just going to hear this song one more time to take us into the night. Binghamton leads the series 1-0. They have the opportunity to end it tomorrow night at home in front of the hometown fans. Tickets are available at binghamtonblackbears.com or by calling the office at 607-722-7367. Have a good night, everybody. For Cole Parenti, everybody else with the Binghamton Black Bears, my name is Brooks Hill, signing off. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show at 6:45 from Binghamton. Have a good one.